go time, this is go time. 0 to 100, gotta move fast. This is go time, this is go time, this is go time. 0 to 100, gotta move fast. This is go time, gotta move fast. This is go time, yeah. Gotta move fast. This is go time, yeah. Gotta move fast. This is go time, yeah. Gotta move fast. This is go time.
It's our final afternoon, early evening here in Oakville, 16 Mile Sports Complex. What started, of course, last Wednesday winds up today from Sweep 16, Elite 8, down to the semifinals, and that's how we got here to the final two. Yesterday, it was number 5, Reed Carruthers, against number 1, Brad Gujou, the reigning Canadian champion. And in 10, Shot Rock belongs to Gujou. Carruthers needs this, and he makes it to force an extra end. And remember now, in this format, we don't play a complete extra end. We do the draw to the button, and guess what? Carruthers won that draw to the button to advance to try and defend his championship of a year ago. In the other semifinal, number 10, Mike McEwen, against number 3, Matt Dunstone. Look at all the pressure here on Dunstone. Now, he's just looking to give up a steal of 1. Another pressure situation. And Dunstone, last year's runner-up in the Brier, comes through. He'll give up the steal. Means we go to the extra end. Again, no full play, just a draw to the button. Guess what? He makes the perfect draw in that extra to put himself into the final and to set up a rematch again of last year's event in Fredericton, won by Carruthers, who picked up the $50,000. As on this Sunday afternoon, we say hello, Canada, and welcome back. Kathy and Russ is alongside. We've already told you the big news of the off-season. Brad Jacobs signing on with Carruthers for the entire year. Again, a Canadian champion, Olympic gold medal winner. But what he has done to this team has really changed the dynamic of Carruthers.
Well, it certainly has. Reed Carruthers, known as a very good touch player. We saw that great draw, Vic. But it is that run-back style that Brad Jacobs used to play all the time that permeates through the team. That makes the style of play from Reed Carruthers exactly matched to his opponent today.
All right, let's meet this team, the defending champions of the PointsBet Invitational. They hail from the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by Reed Carruthers, Connor Negovan, Derek Samagalski, and there is Brad Jacobs. Russ, in every game you can point right to a matchup that may determine who wins this, and where is it today?
In the third position, no question about it. The skips are going to show up. The front ends are great. I can't find a weakness. I'm going through the stats. It's Jacobs against Neufeld. 2 totally different deliveries. You got a Manitoba tuck and you got a flat footer, but you get the same result. They're nice guys. They're intense. They brush well. They throw bullets. They run backs are unbelievable. Good touch players. One of them is going to beat the other one tonight.
All right, let's meet the team, and it's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. They hail from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg. Skipped by Matt Dunstone with Ryan Harden, Colton Lott, and BJ Neufeld. So it's a rematch of a year ago. It's Carruthers against Dunstone. And what time is it here in Oakville? It is go time. Dunstone, Reed Carruthers. There you go, roll it over, got it. Oh, he's got it for 2. Absolutely brilliant. Push it down. How is that? Oh, goodness.
The 2023 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires, growing together, by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue, and by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
A year ago, it was Reed Carruthers who got the advantage over Matt Dunstone. Time to check the odds tracker brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada, and Dunstone slightly ahead of Carruthers.
And you can understand that, Matt, of course, losing that Brier final last year. Reed Carruthers, it is such a team that is going to show up, but they're still learning, and so maybe people not quite as comfortable with them yet.
Well, the early advantage goes to the defending champion, Carruthers, as he has won the draw to the button. And so he will have the hammer playing the red stones. And here's it, Matt Dunstone, runner-up to the Brier a year ago. Gets out and has the brush and ready to put it down for his lead, Ryan Harnden. As we say, both these teams coming through the extra end draw to the button to get here. The winner will pick up the $24,000. Remember, you only make money if you win the game. And all totaled, it'll be a $50,000 payday for someone.
Well, winning hammer was really important for Reed Carruthers, not just because you get last rock, but at this level, you get to choose stones from all of the sheets. Matt Dunstone, is the higher-seeded team, got to choose color. He took yellow, and maybe it was because he played twice on this sheet with yellow, and he knows the rocks. But also, Reed Carruthers has never thrown red in this event, and now he has to.
And that's, you know, a big difference when you think about it, Russ. If you are in a Brier, for example, it's a big round robin. You're going to be flipping sheets all over the place. You're likely going to have played every set at some point in time before you have to choose.
Exactly, and you get your favorite ones, and then you make that choice. You keep those for the weekend, absolutely. And you're thinking, if you're Carruthers, well, where can I get information on Red Rock? So he's coaching a team. Let's talk to them. Nope, they've played yellow 4 times too.
Great shot, Con. Thanks. Okay, keys to the game. Let's start with Matt Dunstone.
A lot of pressure. Colton Lott, just an unbelievable young talent. We've seen him in the mixed doubles. He has to be on his game to force Brad Jacobs to some tough ones, or they're in trouble. And ice reading, we can say that about anybody. But if your skipper can't get the broom in the right spot, which has been happening this week, it affects the entire team.
Good.
Youth sport.
I think we're pushing T.
Gold medal winner, 2-time Canadian junior champion Matt Dunstone.
Back 4.
Wonderful resume.
Go back 8.
Back 8.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just line.
Pushing back. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hit Pete. Hit Pete. Pretty good.
That's 14-1.
Yeah.
And just hangs it on the back edge of the 4. Okay, keys now for the defending champion, Reed Carruthers.
Connect with Connor. Connor negative 95% at lead. That's unbelievable, especially with a dodgy surface. And you just saw it there. That will pressure Ryan Harnden to some mistakes. He went deep on that freeze. Now they've got a chance. Try to overlap the guards. All these players now, with these rocks that are so straight with hits, the run backs are almost automatic. So try to get some overlap guards. That stops the run back immediately.
Keys to the game, brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties.
You want to freeze it? Hard! Hard! Still got it, guys. Hard!
Jacobs, Senegalski,
Go.
and chip it off.
Good sweep, guys. Well swept.
There's a little bit of an overlap there.
Sliver low.
So shot stone is protected.
I think the double's quite hard. It's quite thin.
It's a little sticky in here.
Just came down a pound on the way over the hog line there. That would have been in there perfect.
That's a word we heard in the women's final too. Sticky, Kathy.
Well, and it's a bit of combination of two things. He was also talking in front of the hack, but also this is a path that when we do the draw to the button, it's all outside in. So in that center line path, it tends to be brand new pebble, and it slows down the speed of the stone.
Right to it. Right to it.
Across the nose, and then rolls it over on top. So Colton Lott
Good sweep.
had those 2 junior championships playing with Dunstone.
What's that, Reed?
You're running.
Yeah.
Just try to clip.
Gotcha.
If you hit the yellow freeze on the left-hand center line side, it auto goes back onto that back yellow. No choice.
Whoa. Yep.
We're going to see a steady die to this, Vic.
A little more.
Hard.
Wow.
Okay.
boy.
Good throw.
You're just going around everything, Colt.
Good throw, Derek.
Still something to get behind. Yes, we started Wednesday with 16 women's, 16 men's teams. You have to play a minimum of 8 ends. 2 timeouts, 1 per half. 19 minutes first half, 19 minutes second. Cannot carry over any time or timeouts. And yes, it's the $50,000. And as we saw yesterday in both semifinals, no full extra ends. It's a draw to the button to see who wins it. And today, a draw to the button will earn you the $24,000 and the $50,000 in total prize money.
Top 4. Hard.
Derek hit it on the wrong side there. They did go straight back, but got rid of the dangerous rock, but left 2 yellow.
14-7, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming down.
How's that?
Wait, I thought you were perfect.
Different spot.
You're trying to clip that.
Okay.
Even if you run and stuff one of them, it's good. Try to
Okay.
roll the guard a bit. I'm seeing in cross.
Yep. Smooth, bro. 2/3. Okay, bud.
Would like to hang around when they make contact with one of these yellows.
Yep.
Brad, hard, Brad. Gotta pull this back.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You gotta pull this back
Yep.
more.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
More.
Whoa. Okay.
Good shot.
So they rip off that guard, open up those 2 stones,
Good
but
shot.
it's Carruthers been chasing from rock
Putting
1.
a guard right in the middle, these 2, I think. Okay.
Yeah, show them half of both.
Yep. 3-4 inches cross here.
And this is where your Jacobs comes in handy. You're not going to set up a deuce. Highly likely you're not going to get 2 here. So how do we get the blank?
A little bit of room right now. Tight. Tight. Okay, well then.
I think line's good.
Tight. Line's good.
Keep your room down.
Really tight. Okay. It's always cold.
It just needs to sit.
Okay.
We're almost in. I think we are in. We're in, yeah.
Yep, go ahead. Geez, that's nothing like this one.
It's just different paths, I guess.
Just like millimeter high. Even just nosing and making the doubles great. Just 7/8 high, smooth.
Well, here you go. This is looking for this ability of Brad Jacobs. But he's just come off brushing a stone end to end. And for him, this is the adjustment to bring that heart rate down. Jacobs in his first.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Shooter. Oh.
Well, he touched them all, and
Good
he'll
shot.
get rid of
Good
2.
shot, Brad.
Just a
Oh, boy.
eyelash
Good shot,
thicker,
bud.
and he gets them all.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, good throw, buddy. Nice shot, Paul. Really good. Almost a normal way shot, I think.
Yeah, I like normal.
How'd that run for you? Dead straight. I set it
You look at your team DNA when you're a skip, and that sets up your strategy and then who you're playing against, of course. But I'll guarantee you, Reed Carruthers plays a little different strategy when he's got Brad Jacobs throwing rock 5 and 6.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Whoa.
Hard. Hard.
Colton Lott. And we'll roll it away.
Great shot.
Very nice.
I think they've been very sharp, Dunstone, Kathy.
Both teams, but for sure Dunstone. Yesterday they started out in the first couple of ends. They were chasing and just couldn't seem to find their groove. But whatever they've talked about, it's a very different team so far this afternoon.
You can throw easy and I'll give you some ice.
I like easy, Reed.
Yeah.
Not going for the double here because if you miss it, that left hand yellow's in such a good spot they can split the rings, Dunstone. So trying to roll over on top of that thing. Good weight choice.
It's good.
Yep.
Hard time. Go solid.
Whoa. Yep.
Hard.
Negative.
Whoa.
At it again.
Good throw.
Good try.
And boy, he
Well thrown,
brushed
man.
lights out
Good throw, Brad. Good throw.
yesterday against Gushue.
Good throw, Brad.
Yeah. How does that not curl a little bit?
Well, look what that does the other way. I should have known.
Jeez.
The other way is just honking.
What's that?
You have to, yeah, you almost have to think of this side of the sheet as like opposite of what the other side's going to do. The whole min.
I think you're 14 seconds here.
I think you're looking for like a
So
30 here, Matt.
Okay, it's going to be slow hit.
Should be.
30,
35.
Hit. Try and get it running into the stuff we've sort of been in for now. Just fight back tee.
Yeah.
Other side, I'm assuming.
Yep.
But he just says back tee. Wouldn't you want to even it up on the other side?
Well, I think that's basically where that other rock is.
Okay.
Is just back tee, just behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, line's good.
These guys are so good.
Tee line's your spot.
Your foot in front of the tee line, there might be a double.
Line's good. Tee line. Right on the tee, guys. Right on the tee on this line. 13.94.
It's a little deep.
Oh, it seems to stop.
Good shot, Matty. Good shot, buddy. Great weight.
Oh, that ground down, nice.
It had to come
No
down.
double.
What's that? It had to have come down going that way.
Good job mapping the ice.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the ice.
Didn't we see earlier today,
Okay.
Kathy, that inside
Pretty straight.
inside out it's not going to glide as well? Or do I have it the other way around? I thought it was outside in. It will go nicely. Inside out will grind a little bit.
It's more, especially in the second half of the game, when we get to
Okay.
7, 8, and 9, we're going to really see a difference in weight, in paths.
And nobody's thrown any rocks the last quarter of that journey on that one. That's why it
No,
died.
exactly.
But historically, that spot will get
It's
real
going to
quick.
be quick.
A little heavy.
Whoa.
Weight's good. Off. Off.
With Jeff Stoughton, and they went on to win the World Championship that year as well.
Gotta go, Derek.
Keep it going, Derek. More.
Hard, Derek.
Oh dear. And no, it doesn't appear to. They've hung on.
Wouldn't mind seeing him hit again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think you're just trying to put rate. Well,
Yeah.
right here, maybe?
Yeah.
And he'll probably drop.
Hit drop.
Yeah.
Potato.
Just a little wide, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard Dunstone say, I wouldn't mind seeing him hit again.
Interesting.
Well, Reed's such a great drawer, and he just threw a bad one.
Do you think there's a chance it maybe runs a hair better just given the draws on this side? Or do you want the same?
You can take a couple feet off if you want.
Okay.
We didn't sweep that a whole lot anyway, so.
I'll give you
Give us
fairly close to
give
the
us
same.
2 to 3 feet less.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, unless it's like a
What was that last one first spread? So I'll give you 35 here.
Final stone
Line's
from Matt
good.
Dunstone out of the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg.
I thought this was heavy. This is hard.
Yeah, it's quite positive.
He was supposed to take something off this.
Close call.
I am. Needs to grind in this stuff.
Again, it will grind it in like his previous one.
It's fine, Colt. Never
A
has
little
to be
thirst and
swept.
fudge here for you.
full cups.
Good shot.
Okay.
It's pretty
Yeah,
slow.
I like
Taking
that.
it deeper just because he's gonna probably hit it.
It's about board weight in the second end, eh?
Yeah, I agree.
And that speaks to your question earlier, Vic. Normally inside out is much faster, but it has been dying. But you heard Matt say that'll be board weight after a couple of rocks go down there just because it quickens up so fast.
And it's this slow because Mike Merklinger has no choice with the dehumidification not quite keeping up to the heat.
Same weight.
If that frost gets high enough over the pebble, it's game over. And so he's had to put on a heavier, higher pebble. So therefore, it's pretty sharp to start with.
Clean.
So drawing against 2, it needs full 8 hooks.
Clean.
Clean.
Oh, he's playing a quiet
Clean.
hit.
In the top,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Clean. Clean. Clean.
Shot, Reed.
Boy, that's poker straight there.
Yeah, well controlled. So that's good for the single. Carruthers forced to 1. Well played in. Dunstone. It is the PointsBet Invitational second edition. Last year we were in Fredericton, now in Oakville, here at this beautiful 16-mile sport complex. Forced to a single, Reed Carruthers, the number 5 and the defending champion. So first time in the game, it'll be number 3 and Matt Dunstone. It has the hammer. It has the last rock playing the Yellowstone.
Yeah, top 8, yes.
Corner guard in a great spot. I'm going to ignore it here.
Top 12.
And I like the play. You have an opportunity to get behind your corner. It is a very long center guard, and the redstone in the house is only 12-foot biting 8. And so there's very little risk with this and the potential of a huge reward.
Top T.
Mine's great. B
Notice
just
Ryan played the intern corner at the Briar constantly, just like this.
Yep. Right to stop. Good.
Great shot. Very nice.
4.75.
A reason for that, you think?
A couple reasons. It's sometimes curlers have a favorite turn, and you know, like a Benny Hebert loves the out turn. But you can get a little more curl. Most of us can get a little more curl with the intern. It's a little softer release, so a little more curl makes it easier to make the come around. That would be my guess.
Okay, I got
easy early.
I got like top 8, top 4. I don't think that much, Brad. Okay, top 8.
Whoa line.
Max weight.
Whoa, let her settle.
Top 4. Oh, really? Tapping that red.
Whoa.
Knife coming down, but
Knife.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah, get the line.
You know, I was just thinking, Kathy, that's something that, you know, playing the third position, he's always had the stones coming at him. He's always had to wait for the communication from the front end. He's now the communicator, Brad Jacobs.
And that's not an easy change when both of them that you mentioned, the perspective is so different on top of a stone versus seeing it coming. Sometimes just how the rock is moving, you have a sense of speed, but when you're on top of it, it's a different look. And then you're usually listening, and you have to force yourself to communicate. That is one of the things that most teams say they can always get better at. We hear consistency and we hear communication, because the tendency, especially when things don't go well, is to stop talking.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean.
Not only the double, they might be able to sink it behind the yellow.
And here it goes.
Yep.
Well, to get it behind, they don't make the double. Still leaves the Carruthers stone open. T-line, edge of the 4.
Those two yellows are in great position.
Are they ever? Not only are they buried, it's a yellow one coming back, but even if they make contact with that frozen yellow, guess where it goes?
Exactly, right onto the red.
The nose is real close there.
Okay, boys.
What a shot.
Whoa, curl. Curl.
Samogalski. Oh,
Okay.
and
Right.
through the hole.
Good.
Wouldn't think that was possible.
No. You heard Reed hesitate. He almost tried to not sweep it because it looked like it was going on the red one. Oh, hard to do.
Yeah.
Half open, bite the 8, full 8.
Yeah.
I think I'd sooner go here. It's a really high guard.
Okay, sure.
I like that.
This speaks to the ability of these teams
that's 14 feet.
hitting. Like, why not sit 3? But they're trying to keep some separation, knowing that that yellow double goes onto the red.
I think a little more.
But they're running a bit of a risk because Reed can sit 2 after this rock stops, and they're going to have to make a double.
And here they are in the final, and both
going to the wing.
with a 42% hammer efficiency, scoring 2 or more with last rock.
Right, a little bit higher than T is good. I think higher is better here.
I think we're T.
We're close.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, high as we can here.
Okay, we can be off then, I think.
Line's pretty good.
I think we're right on the T.
A little bit past it. Easy.
Really curling.
Shot Colt.
Okay, good, Colt.
Shot Colt.
Good guess.
Let's go to here.
I really dislike this. I really don't like that.
Can we just make the 2? I think we need to get rid of those 2 right now if we can.
I think it might straight jam.
What is that top yellow doing? I mean, unless it's jamming, Reed.
I think it's touching it.
I don't.
You think it goes over the top?
Yeah.
It's close.
I mean,
Like if you hit dead nose, it might spin over the top. It might miss it.
if it's doing that, then I like that right now.
Okay, right on the beak.
Okay. We got to try this regardless, guys.
Yep, I like it.
Right on the snow.
It'll be really close.
Do you agree,
right
Russ?
on the nose.
Well, if you draw a straight line, if you do a 90-degree angle on the edge of those rocks, draw a straight line through the port between the 2 of them. It looks like it tickles the top of the red one. I think it's going to touch it. If it doesn't, it's going to be awfully close.
Jacobs, second fan, with it all the way. Here we go. We'll find out now. Oh, it touched it.
Good shot.
And it'll spill over.
Good shot.
Did you like the idea, though, Kathy, of getting rid of them or trying to break them up?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. That did take some momentum off it, eh?
Very much did.
Yeah.
Very good shot.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot because they saved that one you knew was going to tick. This is going to be an absolute hitting contest.
Well, and this is where I feel, and I mentioned in the opening, that with Brad Jacobs as an addition, the style of play matches Matt's now much more than it ever did.
True.
Just control. Hard. Clean. I got firm. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait. Whoa. I got firm weight. Whoa, then. Whoa. Colton, you got to go. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Ryan. Clean. Hard anywhere. Good. Shot.
To sit 1-2.
Throw beach.
Throw beach.
I can make this, or we can even just
That's my first thought.
do that.
Okay. And we can never hit like 3/4 or 2/3 of that yellow, maybe make a double and get over to that other one?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, not make a triple, but just get the shooter over there?
Looks like actually you can just play like,
Play smooth and just chisel it, right?
3/4 might touch it.
Yeah,
You like that?
anything on the
let's try
inside will
that.
get it.
Is this an out shot?
Either turn.
Okay, in.
Okay.
You'll
This
get
is,
a little.
This is where Brad talked to us about this new role, Kathy.
Yes.
You know, he has to be careful. He can make the suggestion, but ultimately has to defer to Carruthers. And now Carruthers appreciated it, and that's what they're going to play here.
And I thought he did it in a very soft way. Could we ever? Do we do this?
There's that rollover, and if it sits down, it's going to be a beauty, but it's spilled too far. But he gets rid of a couple.
Had break to get in behind 2 brilliant hits.
Yeah, shoot.
Real good shot.
Just a little thicker. It stays for shot. Dunstone has to deal with it. Stops right there even.
Getting like 15 here.
Yeah, you think 15's the number?
I think so. That's what I was getting on theirs.
Might not be quite as quick.
I would say like 14,
14,
7,
8,
14, 8.
I'm with you there.
A bit of room. Easy if you can.
Top 8 right now.
We've got
BJ
Matt's line
Neufeld.
here. Just line.
Just let it work.
four.
Line's good.
Got to let this work. It's always Colton here. We're almost wide open. Just high as you can. Yep, go ahead.
You can go. You
Got to go.
I'll leave it high.
Hard Colt.
No, got to go. Can't leave
Hard
it double.
Colt.
Hard.
Hard Colt. Little more.
Hard.
Little more.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Sweet.
Maybe tucks a little piece.
In the women's afternoon game, they had trouble getting that hug line in to finish too.
You roll one rock.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, but if you go, if I roll to here, he goes here, then I have a hard time getting rid of
he's
it.
gonna.
Let's make this good.
So
Like it's almost better I nose it, because then he's coming this way, right?
Well,
then
if he knows it, he's going under. He'll be able to get under with that guard.
Okay.
But I
then
like
we
your
can
shot.
We can crack this, give him 2. I want a shot at that double. Let's make this.
Right in front of it.
Yeah, let's make it.
Okay.
I'm seeing this as like a bump shot.
So what do you think this is going to do?
This will be straight.
Gradual?
This will be straight until it gets close. And as soon as I'm like in this range, it'll start to go on me.
Okay. Bump? Yeah.
And that's one of the things that is very different. Brad Jacobs is used to knowing what it does, and all of a sudden now he doesn't have all that repetition coming down the ice to call with confidence. So I love the fact that he's saying to Reed, what will it do so that he can anticipate?
But why does Reed know so well? Because he's been here all day. And he's watched the earlier game, of course, right? So he has that little bit of extra knowledge on the ice after coaching Kerry Anderson.
He's basically saying once it gets to just inside that 4-foot strip, that's when they'll finally get some curl. Otherwise, it'll stay there.
Weight's good. Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Little heavy.
Whoa. Clean.
Whoa. 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 Clean. Whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
Whoa. 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 Curl.
Whoa. Whoa.
Curl. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
One rock.
Whoa. Whoa.
And over on top.
Good shot. How about?
Pretty good.
Maybe a little farther than they had hoped.
Yeah.
Really.
Just a hair, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But if Dunstone rolls a foot towards the center line, there's a really easy double.
My thought would be outturn just because
Outturn.
we'll know what it does a bit better.
Like a
Control.
Yeah.
Board? You like
I
board?
was kind of thinking board.
Okay.
What does that with board look like?
I think that's close, Matt.
Okay. A hard board. I'll be on the firm side of board.
Okay, I think this is good.
Board weight. Trying to hit half a rock. Okay.
Tough roll because if you roll a foot, there's a nose double, which Carruthers is going to make 85% of the time. If he rolls buried, he's behind the
Speed's
tee
nice
line,
in
and
here, eh?
Reed might be able to take the whole end away with a freeze.
I'm probably almost thinking what hack weight was yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Just board. Clean. Clean. Yep.
Dunstone, his first, has the last
Whoa.
rock, trailing 1-0 as we
Just
play
board.
here in the
Whoa.
second.
Clean. Yep.
Harden.
Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hard roll. Hard roll.
And he rolls it away, avoids touching that yellow stone, his own on the way by.
Throw, Matty. Throw, Matt. Good weight.
I like
Straight
the same
free.
shot.
That's a really nice weight.
Just beautiful throw. He knew where that thing was going all the way down.
Very nice spot there.
That's a great spot. Good call.
Very awkward shot for him.
Was a touch solid, you think?
I think it was
Okay.
good.
Okay.
I think.
I'm going to throw the same weight.
Couple choices. You can roll to here, and then obviously Dunstone's got to hit part of a rock to get it by his own, and how do you save it? You could also try to go maybe into this position where you over-roll it a bit and show this side of the rock, and then it could go back that way. I think they're rolling wide side on it, rolling to Brad's broom, I believe.
Yes, that's what he's called.
I have a little less there.
Little less. Clean.
Similar.
Whoa. Clean. Little less.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
Curl.
Samagonski
Curl.
has got him.
Easy.
Curl.
Whoa. Yeah. Curl.
Now,
Straight.
Degovic.
Straight.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Honor just roll it left a little bit, roll it left a little
Good throw.
bit.
Well
They
thrown.
might get half a stone.
Hair lighter. It just
throw around.
made the
Sorry,
curl.
guys. I butchered that one.
That's okay. Great throw.
Ah, sorry, man. I butchered that.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, I agree.
When you're making those brushing calls, you have to know
see
the
the same weight
exact
there?
speed that's coming down the sheet. Reed thought the line was similar, but it was a hair lighter than his first one. Therefore, it just took that little extra inch of curl.
little more weight.
Clean.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, Colton.
A lot more weight.
Colton. Hard Colt. Hard Colt.
Oh, needs to
Hard
help it
Colt.
over here. He may
Hard
just
Colt.
be danger of
Hard
losing
Colt.
this now
Hard
if they
Colt.
don't.
Hard Colt.
Oh, and sit down. Hell was done well.
Done well by Colton Lott.
Colton Lott to hold that, just force that over. So he picks up a deuce. He failed to score 2. It was all 5 singles yesterday. It's the men's final of the PointsBet Invitational here in Oakville, Ontario. Wonderful weather outside. Expecting some record fall temperatures over the next couple of days in southern Ontario. I gather it was in the Manitoba area and is moving now east. 2-1 Dunstone in this all Winnipeg final. And it's Carruthers now, one of the Granite Curling Club that will have the hammer, does have the hammer. Could have the hammer, maybe has the hammer.
Yeah.
Playing the Redstones. Well, they've just been fine shooting Dunstone, the entire team. They've even in that first to force the single, and this was Dunstone's first.
And we bring this one up because we talk about applying pressure to your opponent. This is a wide open hit. What kind of pressure you're applying? A lot. Because watch where he rolls. He rolls edge on edge, so Reed cannot get to the inside without a lot of risk. If he wrecks, he gives up 3, and it forces Reed to roll back a couple of feet to give away the easy double. He didn't roll dead perfect. He was almost dead perfect, but that allowed for an easy hit for 2.
Key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
And I think what really impressed me in that last end, Russ, was just the weight control of the shots.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. We always stress there's an appropriate speed for every shot you throw, and these guys have been doing it 98% as a team. Not afraid to throw soft weight, heavy weight, whatever the particular shot calls for.
We're lucky you
They're
don't touch
looking
it.
really impressive so far.
Playing the double, Derek.
Just smooth, guys.
Yeah, you got it, Brett.
This could drag. If the rocks are about 5.5 inches or closer, it could drag a little bit. Maybe get close to those rocks in the rings.
Samagalski. Jacobs on the brush. Opens it up and then just drives it by those Dunstones.
Dragged a fraction, but not nearly enough.
You're
I
about
got it, Vic.
halfway, tight half.
Thank you, guys.
Tight half.
2/3 is good.
Team player.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, you can't for line. Talk to me.
2/3.
Okay, line's good. Line's fine. Halfway.
Just past half.
Line's good.
Gotta get
Halfway.
2/3.
Line's great.
Gotta be 2/3.
Just biting the line here. Go ahead.
Come on.
Hard.
Gotta curl.
Hard.
Hard. You gotta keep going.
Hard beach. Hard.
Keep going.
Ah, good shot.
There's a really good reminder of communication from Matt. There was no conversation, and he yelled, "Talk to me." And that's fine today because there's one game on, but you think about the Briar and all of the noise that goes on in the building, and even if Matt's yelling back, "Talk to me," you can't hear. So these are habits that you want to form now so that they carry through for the rest of the year, because he is good for Briar.
Good shot, Great shot.
Good, bro.
Just biting 4.
Yeah,
Even full 8's good.
Yeah, nice run back to make it a little better here,
quick here.
for Team Carruthers.
15 seconds speech.
If they have to run it back, at least it's a red one next time.
Top 8.
Yeah, line's good.
Line's great.
Line's good, guys.
Line's
Just
great
wait.
here.
Top 8.
Go ahead, then.
Top 8's what we want.
Top 8, top 4.
Okay, a little bit of room. Line's perfect.
Top 8.
Line's
We're
perfect.
4 foot right now.
Right here's your spot.
We're 4 foot.
Well,
we're good. Yeah, off. Needs to sit. Off. Really needs to sit. No.
And on its own to the top edge.
Great shot.
of the 4 under cover. Listen, applause to Mike Merklinger and the entire ice-making crew. They have worked overtime, and we say that often, but in this situation they did. They got their building late. They had troubles with dehumidification. It was a swimming pool when we arrived here, first look on Wednesday, and they've done a wonderful, wonderful job.
Yep.
So thank you, everyone, one and all.
Hard, Derek.
Well, that's Mike and Beck looking on. And, you know, you assume that when you get into a building, it's easy to make ice, but it isn't always, because what is the ventilation system like? What is the humidification or dehumidification like? And it's a learning process for the crew that comes in. And then when there are glitches, like an overnight breakdown of a piece of equipment, they're scrambling all the time to try to recreate the conditions the curlers had the day before.
Even once he got it in, you know, they had to scratch the rocks twice.
Yes.
They've had to use a different pebble head, like it's a 73-hole head that's a little bit bigger, not as fine, to keep the pebble high enough to stop the frost from catching it. They run through hoops to figure it out. Sometimes it's simple, these guys. Sometimes it isn't.
Yep, go ahead. Pull hard. Whoa. We gotta leave space.
Okay, Beach.
Good Beach. That's fast.
A little too deep?
Yeah, they've been deep on a couple of draws. 98%, who am I to complain? But yeah.
Right.
I'm going to. Yes, just that's what it is.
Play this?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, it's close.
Triple, and Jacobs
Like
can
you just
probably.
got to cross a tiny bit.
He probably thought hard enough to maybe roll behind the corners, which might be even smarter call. At least make the double and roll. Try to roll buried and get the 2 going.
Close. Yep.
Brad Jacobs, Samagalski.
Hard, Derek. Try to get this behind the corner, Derek. Keep
1,
this,
2.
keep that. Go.
And does he get it in behind that corner? Not quite. And they want
shot.
to push that one out. It appears,
I don't know.
just from glance,
Good
that
shot, Brad.
it's
Nice throw,
1-2 still. Dunstone.
Tiny
Great
bit
shot.
You gotta get to
more
a point where I'm
more
not
cross.
gonna heel
No,
on
I
every
know.
shot.
Didn't get second. No. To the end.
I told those guys let's take the run back. Let's go.
Bad break in a lot of ways because I think they're yellows too.
Assuming this guard is maybe.
They don't have to hit that red one.
You're right. All right. Couple intern draws, eh? So good. I mean, the first one I was just dead straight. That's probably good.
Should be close. I mean, I think if you're like 2/3 this jet,
Yeah.
2/3 depth, I think this is close.
Okay, tight half, 2/3.
Yeah, I think speed will be good.
This is going to be like a. You think it's going to be like a 14-5 to tee?
Yeah. You're gonna higher, like higher, 14-8. 14-8.
14-8. Okay, so it's just like going to the button. Jeez, that looks like a lot of ice.
It'll go here though.
Or do you like that broom?
Whatever you're seeing. I think it's max, but
Yeah. Broom less, Beach.
If he's deep enough, he gets into that 2-3 range, about as deep as those red ones. It'll curl that much for sure.
Kathy, we often say, believe your eyes. Sometimes it's difficult on the ice, but are the conditions here
Mine's good.
2/3.
forcing them not to believe what they see?
2/3 tight.
No, I think that they just know that outside in, it's often run very straight. But we saw earlier today in the Holman Einarson game that as it gets closer to the line, it breaks.
Well, it's got to stop.
That's what's starting to do here.
Shot, Matt.
All right, it's good.
It's good.
Curl here, draw around.
It's good, guys. It's good.
Are we 2?
Yeah.
You could play the run, or you play. He's just splitting the rings if you go yellow.
I don't really see this as smart because I ever plugged the yellow and no good. So I'm seeing that.
Sure.
Or the draw, but I'm not afraid of hitting 4 foot, so I don't mind this shot. I might have a shot at 2.
I like that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get it a hair high, can you
I mean,
see shot behind
half
everything?
Yeah.
a rock?
Thick half?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this will get, this will be fairly straight.
Straight, eh?
Yeah. This will be fairly straight.
Okay.
Thick half.
You got it, Reed.
Probably like the air cups. Okay. Let's try to get that side one.
Okay, bud.
Trying to get it this way.
You got it, Ram. You throwing smooth?
Under there. Worst case scenario, they can get that one too.
It is interesting, Kathy, that Jacobs, after all those years, is not seeing every stone. He's not seeing it, mapping it out maybe as well as he had to as a skip. So, he might have an idea, but he totally relies on the skipper here.
Well, he really wants him also to feel confident with the broom. I think if Brad thought it was in the wrong place, he would say something.
Got it this time. Has he got it? Oh, yes, he does.
Nice
Wonderful shot.
Good shot, Reed.
Reed Carruthers.
Brilliant.
That red almost snuck in. Good throw there.
Yeah, that red nearly
It did.
bounced through.
Oh, I was always wondering if that red was going to nibble. Anyone sweep it? Or did everyone look at the yellow?
They looked at it.
It's the thought that counts.
That's a no.
You almost tipped it.
Interesting call, Kath.
Yeah, you
Instead of
definitely can
going
do that.
yellow, they weren't. I don't think they were trying yellow-red back. They were trying what they did.
You like that?
Yeah. And when it opened it up,
Yeah.
one.
Broom more beach?
But it doesn't help his
Or,
cause.
no, same's good, I think.
He just guarded
Millimeter
up
more.
again.
Give you just a pound less?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Just give you guys a little bit of room to work this a bit.
Yeah.
What'd you have for a split on that?
At a 53.
50. Okay.
Coming in or throwing up a guard?
Straight guard.
Okay.
And the 53 that they're talking about is backline to hogline splits, 4.53 seconds,
A little more
which
weight.
is very
We're
fast.
good. Give it a 2/3.
And one of the reasons for that fast, high number, 4.53, is he's up on his toe and he's got a stainless steel slider. He just glides forever.
Same weight. 2/3.
Close.
Line's
Little bit.
good. Go ahead.
Whoa. Yep.
Go ahead.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Good.
Spot on.
Shot.
Okay.
I think that takes us guessing.
Reed Carruthers said he wasn't afraid of drawing,
Yeah.
so we'll find out now.
I'm going to watch it.
But I think for Reed, this is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to, like, not. Yeah.
I don't think it'll be that different of a spot. Like,
No, that's fine. That's good. I like this. As long as we're not wider than they were, I'm good with that.
no,
Yeah.
it's not wider than that.
Okay.
So I'm like, what's your guess?
I was going to tell you to throw a 14-9.
Okay. Okay, I was thinking this side would be a little slower. So I was in the 14.5 range.
Okay. I'm fine with, like, beach through 15-2 to the top of the 8 foot.
Okay.
Top of the 12 foot.
Okay.
So 14.75.
Okay.
Split the difference.
Yeah.
Good toss around.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a reader.
This will be his first draw of the game as we play here in the third. It's 4-4.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought close, guys.
Let me know, Connor.
Thought I was sliding hard.
Line's great. Line's great. Put it on the tee.
Samagalski
Hasn't really curled
left,
yet.
Negavan right. And waiting for it to bust.
That's a 14.
Yeah, it's way too much.
And he jumped on it too.
Yeah, early brushing.
It's trying to quit.
And it won't quit in time. Steal one, Dunstone. A second stolen point given up in the event. 3-1, Dunstone. This morning and early this afternoon, women's final, number 2, Rachel Holman, number 1, Carrie Anderson. And they are tied at 6, playing the 9th. And this is the first for Holman, the 3-time Canadian champion, as she plays the 4-time defending champion, Anderson. And then after Anderson's last, she has this. Holman to score 3, and then in 10, down by 3 eventually. Runs the Anderson team out of stones to win the $50,000 and become the PointsBet Invitational Women's winner here in Oakville. So congratulations to the team from the Ottawa Curling Club Rachel Holman, Tracy Fleury, Emma Miskew, and Sarah Wilkes. So steal of one. A little miscommunication there. And so Carruthers down by a couple as we welcome you back. We go to the fourth, 3-1 Dunstone. I'll suggest to you it's execution that's, Kathy, that's let Carruthers down.
Well, I guess in terms of outcome, yes, but in that last end, you know, he said when he extended that he thought he had thrown a little bit extra. And we were talking about the thrower knowing best on that one. And often you have a sweeper go down right away to put some pressure and make sure there's no frost. But I think that for Connor and Derek got on it a little bit early, and it just kept it out in that quick path because you saw as it started to break, if they could have let it break a little bit earlier, his weight was very close. He would have been fine.
Absolutely.
Close.
Derek Semigulski.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep, yes. Good shot, Derek.
Good shot, Derek.
Runs it back, unlocks them. They're now both in the hole.
Shot, Derek.
Good throw.
And 3 guards to work with.
Not really a great spot to go with this.
Yeah, if you could ever over curl the out turn a bit.
Nice shot, bud.
Great throw, Derek.
Just unlucky. Good sweep.
Great throw.
This room.
Top eight.
Hole 8.
Like you never throw in a guard in the hole there, are you?
That's what
Or we
I
guard
was thinking.
this.
Well, what happens if we guard
the
this one?
hole?
He can make that.
He can. Okay. Let's draw around.
I think it's guard that or full 8 here.
Yeah, okay.
Fully, guys.
That's a flat double, but he's right. They can make that.
Top
eight.
Rube.
That's too much.
I got close. A little bit too much line right now.
Top 8.
Needs to curl. We got lots of room.
Yep, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for line
Top
here.
8. Just top
Gotta
8.
finish, guys.
Top 8.
Just top 8.
Always beach. Go ahead.
Get it going.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Line's okay. It's a little bit full still.
Yep. Just go. We can't leave the trip.
No.
Hard. Okay,
No,
that's good.
no.
Great spot. Very nice, Colt.
Sweep. Good judge, guys.
There's some wonderful rock positioning by Dunstone.
Saving the shooters.
Yeah, there's a couple options. Can even play like an
It's good. Just consistent.
a real big
I think
wall.
you got to run the front.
There isn't a double.
I don't mind. Well, you could do this, yeah.
That's my thought. We get all 3.
Okay.
If you hit it right,
Okay, hair high.
I think, right? Don't you?
Yeah. Hair high.
Amazing.
It's like 3/4.
Okay, boys.
Is this the Jacobs influence, or Semigulski would have seen this anyway?
Both, I think. Derek loves to hit, and he's a very good hitter. But Brad Jacobs would be completely on board for this call.
Yeah, you would think. And he's got to be on board. It's his brush now.
Yep.
All the way down. Have you got it? Bang, bang. No, it'll just drive it right through. And they're covering their own, though. But second shot, they belong to Dunstone.
Pretty good, though, because you can't really make a play at it if you're Dunstone. Dunstone's 2 up without. He'd like to make a play at it.
No,
I don't like. No, you're not running.
I think that's our play.
Okay.
It's like,
Back line.
yeah, back line. You're trying to hit a third of a rock.
Okay.
These are so difficult. This particular spot is not snapping hogline in, so if Neufeld's a hair heavy, like you're talking back line, it might nose it, for instance, and set up a double or triple.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Back 8, back 12.
Yep.
Back
Well,
8.
it'll curl with that weight.
Back
A little
12.
light.
Hard.
PJ Neufelden picked up by
Back
Hardman,
line.
closest to the stone. Colton Lott out in
Hard all the
front.
way to it.
Hold it.
Hard.
Gotta hold it. Gotta hold it.
Hard.
Oh, they need to touch it. Oh, and they just wick it. And it'll spill and to the back 12.
Hey, Beach.
Yep.
Good sweep.
Just make this.
You don't like the other one, eh? Is there ever a double there?
No.
I'm looking up there. Like,
There's this double.
Yeah.
I think that's
Either
a
one's
shot.
fine.
Kind of weight, Reed.
You can. I'm seeing this as like an easy.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. You'll get a little here.
Across the nose and underneath?
Yes. Another good weight choice here.
Quiet, easy.
Hard,
hard. This is
Give it to the
Hard, Derek.
horses.
This is board.
Hard, Derek.
Maybe got it started. He wanted Semigalski right away before he even let go.
Hard!
How to get it by that one first, and he can't.
No, that was...
Sorry, I didn't like that shot. Just because I was the first one to throw a rock down there. That's the only reason. All good.
So that opens up the Carruthers stone for BJ Neufeld.
Whoa, whoa,
Clean.
Stay close.
Clean.
Just a curl.
whoa.
Clean, yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Clean. Pete.
Ryan.
Pete a little.
Ryan.
Really good.
Good.
And through it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just constant pressure from really the first end
Yeah.
where Carruthers
Maybe second.
picked
Yeah,
up a
you should
force
be. It'd be really
single.
close, but I think you can get second. You just got to probably roll to here to be second.
Okay.
Okay, good toss, bud.
It's tricky to,
In smooth?
Yeah.
roll enough to be second shot and make the double. They're trying to make this right-hand double by Reed's right shoulder. So it's becoming pretty hard.
Yep, yep.
Again,
Whoa.
early brush.
Whoa.
Semigalski
Curl.
now helping it
Line,
over.
line,
Negative. Now
line.
Semigalski. What do you got, fellas?
Yep, yep,
Well, you
yep.
got the
Attaboy.
double, and then you'll roll a piece under that corner.
Great job, Brad.
Very nice.
Really well managed by the front end, Negevin and Semigalski.
It's not good. Good throw.
Yeah. We just have to get ourselves. Sorry, Reed. I should have said something first, and I like the out turn because we've seen it a million times. And
Yeah.
of course, what do I do? Like, so
Yeah. The only
stupid.
I know what you're saying. The only thing is if we played the out and you make the roll, he goes bing bing off his own.
Sorry, he plays what?
Yeah, he would have gone bing bing off his own. Like played the shot that you played, but just with Peel. Because like it's hard for you to roll off the out to go to a spot that didn't leave him like a really easy, just up the gut smooth. That was the only thing.
I'm thinking around 14, Matt.
Pardon me?
Thinking around 14.
Yeah,
It's
14
gonna be,
seconds. I
Okay,
think.
it's going to be heavier in here.
14-2.
Slower than two sides.
35.
Yeah, I'm thinking closer to 30.
30, 35? Okay.
Yeah, 30, 35.
Just a hair inside, draw to the
Kathy,
bottom.
we often say with this kind of hitting ability, particularly in these two teams, and really all the elite teams, nothing's safe. So where do you go here when those reds are lined up? Do you try to get as deep as possible, maybe back four? Where do you go?
I don't think you want to go back four, because if you go back
good.
four, you give your opponent a chance to come down to it. Right now, it is
Okay.
all Matt Dunstone.
line.
This team is putting tons of pressure. You
Hard
can
line.
even, you're trying to duck behind the
Hard
red,
line.
ideally.
Okay, top eight then. All right.
Got to get it by.
Hard!
And it is absolutely swooping over there. And you'll rub and roll and spill in. To
Wait.
sit 1-2.
Great moves there.
Sure was.
Don't think he can make the double at least. Yeah, you just got to watch this because if you jam here, it probably takes that one to play. Eh? But I think that's there. Like
Yeah. I think you can even throw the same weight.
I was gonna like smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think smooth's the weight. You can see a little bit of
I
that.
can see
eh?
that, right? So like I don't know what he plays if we're half under.
I definitely read.
Yeah.
So
Okay, middle stone.
okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going for 7/8.
Yeah, it's like really thick.
7/8.
You notice maybe that Jacob's little quick look over his shoulder at the clock. Remember now, just 19 minutes per half and one timeout per half. And you
Just a
can't
little
carry
more.
over time
Good.
or timeouts.
Just trying to get half under.
Okay,
Love it.
toss you around.
I'm not sure what he plays.
Yeah, I love that, Reed.
Forces Dunstone to make a tough draw if this is partly buried, because then it cues up to play the raise, or they can get it on the out-turn side out of the yellow.
Off. Curl.
Curl.
Curl, Con. Really got to curl.
Curl.
Hard curl.
Negative.
Curl.
Keep going.
Keep
Staying
going.
with it.
Okay, not
and
bad.
drives it right through. Shot rock still belonging to Dunstone.
Kicked wide.
Yeah, I like that. I think I can afford to take a hair less ice
shoot,
than you.
man.
That's good.
Just keep her going.
Not sure why he needed that kind of weight to roll a couple inches, Kathy.
No.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he said he kicked a little bit wide. So now you're trying not to dump it back in, but maybe he added that a little bit extra.
Speed should be okay down the middle here.
Speed's good, yeah.
Okay. Good weight.
Clean, clean.
The Brier runner-up
Whoa,
Clean.
whoa, whoa,
Clean.
whoa, whoa,
last
whoa.
March
Clean.
in London, Ontario, to
Clean.
Brad Gushue,
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
Matt
Whoa.
Dunstone. And he'll leave it right there, boy.
Very good, Matt.
And look at those guards. What path have you got to go in?
No kidding. Yeah, you're right, Vic. To get down this way, that is so tough. I'm not sure it's there. There's a nice big port this way, but you won't get closer than this rock. You could play a soft waiter, I guess, here, Kathy, but they don't know it.
Or tap on
Double tap.
Red?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's that. Oh, man, but that may be the easiest.
Yeah, you can do that. For one. It's probably just kind of would like to score. It's either that or the tap.
Yeah, I don't mind the
I don't
tap.
like this at all.
I like the tap with the out.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Yeah. Okay, so this will be...
Is there ever a shot for two there that we try?
That's what I'm just asking. Maybe take
Yeah.
a timeout here.
Okay,
Time out.
Time out.
I'm just asking, does this go, boys, if you make this? Can you make it for two?
I don't know. It's got to beat this.
This is going to spin?
Yeah.
Probably does.
Come take a look on. I think the red might go flying, but...
If you paper the red,
I
it
think
might
there's
be
a
there.
spot where if you hit it perfect, it's there for two. I really do. You're running it. You just got to. I don't think we got it. I don't think we're throwing smooth because it's going that way, right? And it's thinner on the three than we think. So it might just plant.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're throwing a double tap to the forefoot for one, I don't know if I mind playing that for two.
Either that or just a slash, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the slash.
Slash is thin, though. It's like less than a
Thin.
quarter. I
Okay
think,
with whatever you want to throw.
That's
The
just,
yellow
if we're gonna play
doubles
this,
there,
play with
the-
the weight where we stuff
it's
it
a
there
fairly
for two,
makeable
right?
shot
If
too,
you spin it
Kathy.
all,
Yeah.
The back one's going to count.
You lose your
almost
shoe,
calling
of
it a
course.
shot.
One, but
You just plant on
One
the
would be
right about now, it's a pickup.
unbelievable.
Like a whisker.
Yeah.
It's double tap. You could give up 2 or 3.
And then it goes onto it. I
Okay.
think
I'm worried about playing less than smooth, though, and not getting enough of that yellow.
it's there.
Let's
Yeah,
just make
over
it
and
hit the
over
right
there.
spot.
I
Sure.
think you just,
Okay.
I think you throw it at
Okay.
this point.
Okay.
Looks like thin 2/3. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no other
Thin
shot, easy
2/3
shot to
read?
score one,
Yeah.
though, right?
This will sit right where I throw it.
Yep.
Okay.
not curling in.
Surprised at this call. Brad Jacobs is such a great hitter, and they always play defensively. I think sometimes they get down a couple, it's like, oh, we're dead. We better catch up right now.
Good toss here, bud.
It's possible. You got to just. But the problem with it, you got to hair the red in the rings where Brad's standing so thin that will it have enough power to get the red out of the rings, or the yellow to the rings? Sorry.
It seems to me, Kathy, just to be more of an exact shot than the double
oh,
pump.
extremely precise.
Curl.
Curl. Whoa, curl.
Curl.
Final stone.
Whoa,
Here we
whoa,
go.
Straight.
Angle it back into the pocket and
try.
across the top. Gave it a go.
One yellow.
And it's a steal of one.
Good throw read. Oh, really good throw read.
4-1 Dunstone. Well, so far it's been all Matt Dunstone out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg. Here in this men's final of the PointsBet Invitational from Oakville and 16 Mile Sports Complex. The winner will add $24,000 to their wallet. for a total of $50,000. Right now, both teams at 26, having won 3 games. Just too tough. It just was too hard a shot for Carruthers, and so back-to-back steals. Once again, it's Reed Carruthers out of the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg. It has the hammer, has the last rock, playing the Redstones.
Yeah, that was so precise.
Okay, a little bit for line early here.
Thin amount of the red one he had to hit in the 12th, but was going to be so thin, I'm not sure it was going to move the Dunstone out of the rings. The Dunstone rock had to go about 8 feet. Might have been there, but
That's a good spot.
it's a big steal.
Very good.
That front end of Dunstone, Colton Lott, Ryan Harnden, both at 100%.
And
Looks like
that
it
is
has
a
to
really
be.
good reason why Reed Carruthers is always in trouble. Colton's placing them in the right spots, as is Ryan.
That's what one of our keys was, wasn't it? If Colton could put some pressure on the guy that throws after that, which is Brad Jacobs. Colton's 100, Brad Jacobs is 75.
Yeah.
It's all about degree of difficulty.
Hard! Hard!
Nope.
Are you effing kidding me?
You know, it's, I don't know if you heard under his breath, Ryan Harnden saying,
Nice, Derek.
"Oh, we're forcing them to throw nothing but runbacks." I mean, how difficult is that? If your opposition is throwing that kind of stone, you've got them in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Get him running it in before he's. I don't think you want to be super high.
No, I agree.
Like halfway.
Just above the logos.
Same ice mat? Similar weight, eh?
So protecting
This is a
again.
hair more broom.
One top button, one top 8 center line.
And it's maybe worse still, Vic, because on the out-turn draw is gone.
Both the paths again.
Yeah.
Line's good. A little bit left.
This is what happens with the free guard zone. If you get the 3 down the middle perfect, if the other team can't make that double, they can't make that one of those run backs, it's tougher on the skipper at the end of the end.
2/3.
You got to go.
So, Kathy, help me out here in terms of strategy. If you are,
You just have to. Hard,
if you're Carruthers and you know that those paths are gone, do you start making some room? Do
You have to.
And you do it now.
You have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here again, they're going at running it back. I guess it came a little deeper than they had hoped.
Yeah, the idea here is if you can, and Doze is pretty close, you might get all 3 of them, then your shot rock buried.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty deep.
You gotta
Yep.
pull this back, Brad.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Nice, Derek.
Shot.
Good save by the skipper.
Much, much better.
It's the high one
You've got
on
a
that.
stone that you can run back.
This is like 15 seconds to the tee here, eh?
Yeah, high 14s.
Easy early if you can. Halfway. Line's good. Halfway. High half.
Trying to get some separation between this rock and that red guard.
No,
we're halfway. Okay, it's just line's okay.
Definitely
It's just got to stop.
it's trying.
Line's great.
Should sit okay.
Good throw.
It's good.
NFL on TSN continues tonight with Sunday Night Football. It's the 2-1 Chiefs. The 1-2 Jets. Coverage begins at 8:20 Eastern. That's 5:20 Pacific on TSN and CTV.
Like normal?
I do. Yeah, let's make it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to hit 7/8 low.
Yeah, cross.
I'd be tempted to run the 2 yellows, Kathy, and open up that out-turn side, too. They're
It's
trying to go
solid.
yellow-red.
Whoa.
It's very rewarding if they can make it.
Drill, Connor.
But if not, you still don't have a path into the house.
Good throw.
Plant it.
Plant.
Okay.
Sorry, bud.
They're taking the yellow off, and Reed couldn't, or Dunstone couldn't guard both shots.
You're just coming right to it, eh?
Yeah, just freeze it. Perfect.
Oh, this is getting ugly.
Would be ideal. last 15 seconds here.
Yeah, I think high 14s, 15.
Yeah. Okay.
So no draws today for Jacobs. Only 11 in the first 3 games.
Wow.
Well, that's the style of play, and today we're not surprised he hasn't played a draw. He's needed a shovel because he's been trying to move a whole bunch of ground.
And I understand that. And we talked about the style of play that he brings to the team.
Yep.
Good curl, if anything.
Can you go
Line's great.
too far
Line's great.
that way? Can you, or is it just this game right now that's forcing them to ignore draws when it comes to Jacobs?
Yeah, I think we got to give some credit to the other team here. We're criticizing it because these run backs aren't working. If that last one was made, he'd be sitting too buried. But they're just tough. And with the 5 rock rule, all these teams have figured out that 3 rocks down the middle, and then you got to start making double peels or double run backs and trying to stick them. And nobody's that good.
And with the free guard zone, you've got guards up, and you're playing an opponent whose front end is playing 100%.
And again, driving it by and just cluttering up that front.
Like, that's a pretty world-class effort from, 20 feet, but it does you nothing.
No.
Trouble here, Vic.
Well, again, I go back to what I said to you earlier, Kathy. Now, albeit that first stone the guard went deep, and so you had to play the run back. But eventually, these stones that we're seeing blocking paths outside in, they have to be taken care of at some point, don't they?
Or is that too much still?
I think sometimes when you get down, the tendency is you want to get it back right away. And so you think, I'm going to leave rocks around because those are going to help me. But very quickly, because of the precision of the Dunstone front end, you have a very difficult shot. And they're just that little bit off today and not making them. And by now, Reed is in a world of hurt.
Those 2 reds on the left could have been raised if they'd taken that yellow one out. That yellow one's blocking those raises. They had an easy double yellow earlier. Again, very easy from up here. But straight guard here. They know this path, normal speed.
Millimeter less.
Your line's good.
2/3 tight.
Okay, that's okay.
2
line's
at
good.
100%.
Needs to come off a little bit.
And 2 in the 90s. Neufeld at
Almost hit.
90%. And Dunstone at
Try.
97.
Line's great.
Love to see a berm down on some of these.
Pete.
Line's
Hard
good.
Pete. Hard Pete.
Help it
Gotta
over.
go, Pete.
Good.
Get it over. And they'll get it to the center line.
Well, and in fairness, when you look at skip numbers, Matt Dunstone's been throwing a lot of guards and a lot of relatively simple shots compared to Reed. So the numbers for Reed may not look very high, but think about what he's throwing at right now.
No, granted. But
Oh, yeah, for sure. Degree of difficulty.
Take your time, bud. Just make it good.
Dead on is really close. You could lose your back red, but I think at this point they'd be very happy to get this stuff off the forefoot.
Carruthers needs to make something happen. Needs a big shot to help his team. Samagalski, have you got it this time? You do. Oh, and gets away from the catcher. Very nice, Reed Carruthers, when he needed it most to get the stone off the button.
Just brilliant. So good.
Really good. Really good.
So they're still sitting the 1 behind cover, but that center stone belongs to Carruthers.
And it's so much better than it was.
Yeah. You just
right on the button.
Thank you.
Right on the can.
Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
Really?
It's Captain S to you.
How's that look?
Wow.
This is open. You could, with a 3-point lead, get rid of that. And there's no danger, but they know this spot. If they can slide one through this area here.
I like this call.
Yeah, because they just played it right.
Yeah.
Is it there, or will it break too much, do you think? Or?
Well,
Just covering the button here.
I was just looking at the scoreboard thinking, kill the back one. What's Reed do? He's got to play a run back to blanket. If he misses it, it's 5-1. If you ever wreck here, the run back's for 2 points. But this is the right call. If you can't draw, he only has to outdraw that 12-foot rock. So it's all about line. And it doesn't look like they're worried about the center guard here. As long as he's aggressive with the weight, I think he's top 4-ish or deeper, it'll get by.
I think you got a little bit of room.
T-line right now. Easy.
So using his timeout,
Middle room here.
A little bit of room.
Dunstone with just the 25 seconds on the clock
Has to curl.
for his final
Pete,
stone
curl.
here in 5.
Hard.
So time
Hard, Pete.
well managed.
Hard, Pete.
Get it over. Get it over. Get it off. Fill the hole.
Wow.
And now it's a little overlap.
That happened to Carey
I was
Anderson.
just going to say that's where Carey got caught.
Yeah.
If you get into that certain path, and it will not come up.
Boy.
Okay, Reese. What do you think?
Kind of wait. Tough one.
And there's a little outside biter at around 4 o'clock or so. That belongs to Carruthers.
Okay.
Any chance you would attempt the double here to score 2?
Oh, off the yellow left one there? Yeah, that's there also. Yeah, they're both
A little more.
tough shots.
But they're going to run the red back,
Yeah,
are
run
they?
the red back.
Okay. Well, right now it's a stolen point again for Dunstone.
Reed will be close. This is very straight here. They know they played a couple here.
Final stone.
Yep.
Can you get that rock sitting edge of the 4-foot? Negavan. Get it back. Boom. Oh, how do you like that? 2 terrific shots. Reed Carruthers really bails them here.
Brilliant. Just perfect.
His first was terrific. This one is good for a couple as the arms go up. They were desperate. Going to the break.
The 2023 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Cashmere, Canada's #1 bathroom tissue. Nothing feels like it. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Well, it was as close really to a perfect first 5 for them. I mean, they put all the rocks in the right position, Kathy, but a wonderful shot in 5 for Carruthers. He gets 2 back, 4-3 at the break.
Well, what stands out, of course, Reed Carruthers hasn't even had the opportunity to make a draw yet. He has been in all kinds of trouble. We talked about the change of how he has played, maybe risked a little bit too much in 4, and that really caught him. But a wonderful shot last end. The biggest difference beyond the skip numbers is that the perfection of the front end of Dunstone so far.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. Ryan Harden and Colton Lott. Reed Carruthers gets them within 1. But it will be Dunstone with the last stone when we come back.
The Briars Special.
Just tradition. A celebration of Canadian curling.
Get loud, here we go.
It's everything.
Briar is epic.
Newfoundland wins. Yes!
that will be part of our season of champions, the Montana's Briar. Welcome to Montana's. We'll be in Regina. But before that, the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Calgary, followed by the World Women's, BKT Tires in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and the World Men's will be played in Schaffhausen in Switzerland. Our season of champions in February. Welcome back as it all begins here with the PointsBet Invitational in Oakville and 16 Mile Sports Complex. 4-3, Dunstone leads it, and he'll now have the last rock playing the Yellowstones, and Dunstone already has his ticket to the Briar based on his points from a year ago. So it's been quite the run for him, and of course wearing that Saskatchewan blue or Saskatchewan green for 3 times, and then on to playing for Manitoba. Yeah, for Stephen Laycock. So he has his ticket. So does Brendan Botcher, and of course the defending champion Brad Gushue. And then one more team will be added through the point system.
All those Brad stole. Straight deal for now. Straight deal.
So those provincial championships take on a whole new importance.
Some really nice come-arounds here. The ice is starting to slow down just a very little, maybe a foot, but they've got that figured out. None of those as good as what Reed Carruthers did last end. What a great shot.
Yeah, much needed too.
Yeah, it was game over pretty well.
I like that all week. Yeah, we're guarding.
I'm going to guard most of this.
Yeah.
So stone on the lid belongs to Carruthers.
And so guarding just not on the center line, guarding the yellow stone that belongs to Dunstone because it is a yellow red that is queued up on the shot stone. So trying to cross the line a little bit.
Wait on this one.
Still tight.
Wait on this one. Okay, it's going to be Brad's rock always.
Okay.
Go ahead and knife.
Knife. Just outside of the house.
Got to. Come on, gotta go. Gotta get at least to center. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
Okay.
Nice shot.
Hey, Derek.
Trying to make this now.
Hey, bud.
It's not bad, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's that, or we can't really spill off the top into here. It's tough.
Oh, pretty tough, eh?
You're never killing the red to make it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go at it, and if you do something like this.
That's the right call, and then you kill the guard.
Okay. You like that?
Sure.
Hack?
Okay.
Hack, I think your ideal is to hit the yellow, right? What? Or we're hitting the top one?
The top red.
Okay.
I think we're trying the top one.
Yard, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Really nice call. You could throw some weight at this too if you wanted and run it back, but as Kathy said, they're not lined up perfect, so this is a defensive call that is also an offensive call.
Say good hack.
Well, Kathy, don't you have to give yourself some room? I mean, you're playing second stones, and maybe some teams, I think, wait too long.
Yep.
Sure, and he's got some options off this. They're hoping that if he catches it just perfectly, he might be able to roll this in, and that's another stone that Reed will have to worry about. Will it spin?
Spin.
Should.
Spin.
Oh, not quite. A little bit of frost.
Hit. Okay.
Same shot Derek just played.
Nice throw.
Guard the yellow.
Just such an all-around player. Colton was known for his upweight ability for all those years playing for Matt, but those years playing mixed doubles with his now wife, Kadriana, and the Canadian final and all their travels overseas has taught him the soft game in such a huge way that he's so rounded now.
Easy early.
Okay, max weight again.
Derek's rock.
Okay, 2/3.
Go ahead, Derek. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go, Derek.
We can freeze it.
It's pretty heavy.
Just out.
We're freezing now. We're freezing.
Yeah. Really?
Freezing here. Okay. Still has to curl. Still has to curl.
Weight's there. No. Wow. No.
Okay.
Okay, bro. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Fine, bud.
Yeah. It's so fast there because like it's quick there. Like mine guard just stood forever.
No, I know.
Looks like max to me. A shade less.
Okay. Think you'll see a bit here.
Okay.
Board weight.
Is this about blowing it up?
Well, I thought that's what they do because you know you got to control the scoreboard, but they're kind of trying to put these guys away here. They're just going to throw board, kill one rock, roll over, keep the rock that Neufeld's throwing in the rings.
Hard roll, hard roll.
Well, was that unlock things?
Good.
Hey, that's okay. Let's throw. Good weight.
You want to roll a lot farther.
I think you're making this double and trying to push this to here.
Yeah, it's a good force, maybe, right?
Yeah, I think that's the call.
Yep.
That's what I see.
Okay.
Smooth.
What turn?
In.
Smooth in. Parallel.
Could freeze another one in there too. It's Dunstone's going to throw 2 or 3 bullets after this rock stops.
Yep.
And after his first draw, he's back to the up weights. Jacobs,
Stay with this red.
that was enough.
Yep.
Oh, no, we can't.
Ah, great shot.
Nice shot,
Brad.
Very nice.
Great shot, buddy.
Nice sweep, Derek.
I think I'm just making that and rolling over, right?
I think you're rolling, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a thin half.
Oh, it's like
That's my draw.
480.
Yeah.
Really nice shot.
That's my draw the button path basically, and it's been swept and swept and swept.
It's crazy, man. Who do I throw a 510? I've never slid that slow in my life.
You threw a 480 and then you added nice. I could tell. Susan, Derek did the same thing in his.
I think so
That's why I
too.
was-
Yeah, for sure it is.
You want to play a weight where you can't go over top, or
Yeah.
probably just normal then?
Normal. Okay.
Just normal, thin half. You like
I
out turn?
I like the in turn.
Okay.
No idea what the out turn's gonna do. Just normal.
So you could play straight back, make the red red with the yellow going across, but then you set up a yellow double. So they're going to try to roll right across to that other red one. Keeps them separated, these yellows separated.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Pete.
Hard,
roll,
Pete.
Cole. Hard
Roll
roll.
it, Cole.
Hard roll. Hard.
And it rolls over. He's going to put it right on the corner. Goodness.
Boy, that is some shot.
Is it ever?
Would you be concerned with what we heard from BJ Neufeld? Because he said, what do you want to play? I want to play the in-turn because I don't know what the out-turn is going to do. Will that, in fact, do you think, limit them maybe on the shot selection and maybe change their approach? If you only got one shot, one way to go.
Yep, absolutely. It can, but why not play the shot you know? And it's unfortunate they haven't figured that spot out.
Very easy shot for 2.
Let the other guy do it.
The double jams,
What's that?
I mean, they nose.
The double might jam.
And
I
then
was
we're
thinking roll
hitting
back
that,
eighth,
right?
but he makes a double, you make the double.
Like roll back.
Like roll yours back.
You ever roll like 3? Yeah,
little
roll
roll.
a bit, I think.
You need to roll even a bit more.
Yeah. You got to read it.
Well thought out by both these teams. Dunstone can afford to do what he did because he can either hit the red one that's on the button or he can play this raise. They can't guard both.
Solid. Wait. Whoa.
Curl.
You got to dig on this, bud.
Right
Hard, Derek.
Right to it, Derek.
Hard, Derek.
Okay, Reed. Shot. It's good. Good throw around.
Okay. This is a little full.
Kind of sneaky.
Do we need to make a play here?
The only other shot would be to draw over there.
What if you just make that double? Just make this double here.
Yeah, you
Do
can.
we need to do anything here? What if we just draw here? It's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
I
it is.
know. Because even if we make this double, he makes a good roll, there's still no blank. Yeah. You want to just make it into here then? He's got to make, like I should always have a double back.
Okay, I like that.
Connor threw a corner and it was fine.
How's that look?
Don't even have to get over to those red ones. Just get
Split
third
the
shot.
house.
Yeah.
Some good stuff here.
So I'd worry getting way over there, Kathy.
You
With
guys
the
want to see here?
It's unknown. Those stones have been rolled there.
Should be good speed then.
I thought they might just play the double over there.
Seem to have
Well, they talked about it.
I wouldn't say more.
Okay.
I'd argue the double's easier.
Matt Dunstone and his first with Last Rock, leading by 1 as we play here in the 6th.
A sweep for T.
T line.
Okay, you got room.
Backy.
Nothing yet from Colton Lott or Ryan Harnden, all on its own.
Max weight here.
Just needs to stop, I think, Pete.
Needs to grind.
Don't speak it. Hits it, stop. Hits it,
Hey,
stop.
good.
And it will finally grind in.
Wow.
30.
What a difference that makes.
Sorry, guys. I guess you're trying to roll to a spot that's higher.
You can try to
So
roll
that
it maybe
the
somewhere
double-
if you try
Yeah,
to double.
it's really hard to.
Huh?
Really hard to stay high though, like
It is.
without touching this red.
It is. Yeah.
Like the other shot is to try to like roll, like steep and
Right.
get to it, right?
Steep. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
That's the shot.
Yeah. Like I'm seeing that with an easy, or like a solid bump.
Yeah. I like bump.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to roll low.
Yeah.
So we're not hitting very much of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's still gonna have the double,
Yeah.
but that's
okay. No,
is
that's
what it
fine.
is.
If we're right to it, it'll be really tough.
Yeah.
So we're probably in like that
Right.
range then.
Okay.
Cups.
I like it, Reed.
Imagine if that slid a
Bump.
foot farther.
Yeah. I'm going for like
Taps us out, sits 4.
a quarter,
Yeah, tiny bit thicker, I think.
thick quarter, a third.
Trying to roll back 8 footage. Try to make the double a little tougher.
Hey Connor, watch the shooter or the yellow
got
here.
you.
That's the only thing I was going to say. You have to hit this so thin, and if you're throwing quiet weight, you run the risk that the yellow might not leave the rings.
Very true. And there's frost back there.
We've seen late in games the house is not quite as lively.
Right. Especially in the corners.
Wait,
Final stone
it's good,
for
it's
Reed
good.
Carruthers.
Clean, yep.
Hard.
Trying to defend his PointsBet title of a year ago.
Yep.
You see that
Harder.
Samagalski thinks the weight is up now.
Shooter.
Oh, he did so well.
Nice shot.
Oh, really nice.
Well, what's he left?
I think he has to hit the shot rock first.
This might come underneath a bit.
I don't think so. I think this goes right into it.
Okay.
So it's
Seeing an intern?
yeah.
Intern peel?
Yeah.
Right there?
What they're Dunstone's so good, he's not even worrying about making the double. He's worrying about trying to get more than 2.
Quarter, you're fine. Quarter, well, no, quarter probably John.
Trying to save the or get his 2, I should say. More than 2 would be a very tough shot.
How's he going to do that?
Gotta bring that yellow on the right, Kathy, off the wall.
7-10 split.
Well, it's the one on the left they know is going to go sideways
If he gets it in.
if he gets it thin.
Final stone right now.
Pete.
It is Carruthers sitting the 2. And there we go. Harnden late licks. Here we go. What do you got? Bang, bang. Oh, you need your own catcher.
Attaboy.
Oh, that'll work.
2.
Goodness.
Never hit more than
The one we were trying to hit this one first. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
For 2. And the steam taken out of it just enough so that he doesn't bump that other one too far. Whew. I knew it all along.
Never hit more than you need.
Well, we started with the 4 sheets in play with the Sweep 16 all the way through the Elite 8 and then down to 2 and now just the single sheet. here at the 16 Mile Sports Complex men's final of the PointsBet Invitational. 6-3. That was a nice reply by Dunstone after giving up the 2 and 5. So here in 7, it'll be Reed Carruthers again that once again has the last rock, has the hammer, playing the Redstones.
This is one of those games that, Carruthers is going to come off the ice and say, we didn't play that bad. And they just haven't any chances.
Well, but why is that, Kathy? Why is that? What's the reason for that?
Well, part of it is the fact that the Dunstone team after 5 was at 100%, but the numbers for Reed's team were at 90, so there wasn't that much to choose between. So then what do? You look at your shot selection and your strategy. Did you go too hard, too fast, take too many risks, as we talked about in 4, and what were the consequences?
Right.
Okay, Colt, tough one.
And their coach is Rob Meekin. He's not physically here, but I'm sure he's watching and probably making notes about the kinds of calls that were made, and that's a discussion they'll have.
Yeah, I think you just throw bump.
What did I throw last time?
You threw just half.
Can I have a little more, or is this? Touch more?
Sure.
Okay, so you want bump? Bump. Yeah. Okay, boys.
Probably the worst guard Team Dunstone's throwing, so they can get underneath here for sure. There's more curl in here than out where Dunstone missed wide.
Whoa, curl. Curl. Keep going. Nice, Con.
Good.
Shot.
Nice shot, Paul.
That took its time.
It's like 3/4
Sliver low.
Good call here. Peel the guards. The faster you can get the play into the rings, the better chance you have of eliminating.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. No.
Oh my God. It's a little better. So unlucky. Better, Colt.
Wow.
Throw.
That's really straight there. That's where Reed made that wonderful shot for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pete's path. 14-7.
14-7?
Yeah.
So decent speed?
Yeah, decent. Just a hair monkey.
Okay.
A little bit for line.
Hard line. Weight's good.
So referring back to a stone by Ryan Harnden as they watch each other's shots.
Where?
Weight's to it. We're small bounce.
Whoa.
Small bounce.
No.
Gotta stop. Just let it stop.
Oh, it's got to curl.
Has to curl now. Has to curl.
I'm just trying to let it
curl.
run.
Shot, Derek.
Shot, Derek. Good throw. Good throw. Good shot.
Like to go into ours here.
So close to
Great
perfect.
throws there. No, maybe not.
Derek did that last time, a perfect freeze.
Yeah.
Also.
You like firm?
Sure.
Going to come across?
Yeah. I haven't seen too many narrow here.
Whoa. Wait. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That was great. Good. Very nice. Great shot.
To sit the 2 around the edge of the 4 without last rock.
Shot.
A really nice controlled weight by BJ. He was trying to yell yes, but nobody could get to it. But he unlocks that stone, which was really important.
Yeah, the Reds might go now.
The
Even
that yellow
back
bump,
12.
though, the yellow on yellow, didn't explode off. It seems to be flattening out or deadening out.
7/8 low.
And the frost is catching up to the pebble.
One smidge low. Yeah.
Remember, there's that one little straight spot in here somewhere. Matt Dunstone wrecked on a corner guard that wasn't really in play.
Back 12 even.
Line's close.
Back 12.
Clean.
Back 12.
Clean.
Rub. Weight's
No,
big.
line's
Rub.
close. Clean.
Back 12.
Curl.
Whoa.
Curl.
Curl.
Negative.
On.
Keep going.
Tap. Oh, and
Okay,
right into the middle to
Good
grab
shot.
the top of the button. Shot rock. Brothers.
I should have said something about the ice because
For that unreal.
well, I thought that was similar where he gave me for ice and for the freeze. I should have said that was Max.
Worked out.
You want to try and drag it a little this way by hitting it a little on the inside?
Yeah,
with the in?
I mean, I think it'd be better to like roll it half a rock. In turn, pinch low. Nose is fine.
If it, you heard Neufeld say, you want me to drag it a bit. Just a hair low will drag it enough that it might hit the shot rock first.
Hard, Colt.
Really got to
Go
go.
lot. Combination here. Oh, dear.
Wow. Not good.
Hey.
Sorry. Christmas tree it? Nibble the 8-foot Christmas tree?
That's what I thought.
I think so, right?
Tempted to guard.
Well, I don't like the guard.
Well, we could kind of, could we bite the 8-foot and kind of Christmas tree it?
Like splitting center or just off center? Like right
that,
there.
That shot?
What do you like about that, Brad? If you go right there.
Like with enough space, we got to be just biting, like just fourth shot.
I don't
Yeah, I
mind
like
if
it.
you actually like do a little tap and then push cross.
I think the best shot is just bite the 8-foot, but whatever you're seeing.
I think right there is
Isn't
good,
that
boys.
isn't that gold?
Sure. Yeah, this is a good shot.
Yeah, I
okay,
like
let's
that
go
read.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're back.
It's a good shot for what reason, Kathy?
Well, it takes away any chance if it's tucked a quarter underneath. How does Matt get to the full face of any of those stones? He's going to see little bits and pieces.
And if he runs in one of his yellow ones, if this is over curled a bit, one of them will jam. It's quick
We
here.
have too much weight.
Oh, too much.
Weight's good.
Whoa,
You got lots of line right now.
No line.
Weight's T-line.
No line.
Do you want me to go?
No line. Line.
Yep, we're top 4.
Very funny.
Line.
Jacobs thought it was
Line.
weight was fine out of his hand.
Line. Bounce it. Bounce it.
Great call
good
by
shot.
Reed.
Like, what is it? 2 feet heavy and missing the line by 2 feet. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can hit this hair high, right?
Yeah, sliver.
Hard normal.
Oh, I think normal's, I don't think you want to throw any more than normal.
Okay, I like normal.
Okay.
Just on the inside edge. Probably see a little bit.
Okay.
Or is that too much ice?
Right here?
I'm guessing Kathy
Yeah,
can
that
see
was
enough
normal.
they can make a play on that one. Just hit it at
Normal, right?
12:01.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really move really hard with weight, so
No.
they should be able to control this, keep it straight.
You hit it thin, you're going to kick that top red that was just thrown quite a ways also.
They're going to lose their own too, aren't they?
If they get a lot of that right hand yellow, yes.
Okay,
If they hit this thick, the left hand yellow, red one thick, they won't lose that other one. Getting fairly close to the guard here too.
Whoa,
wait.
Whoa. Pete.
All right,
Pete.
fine, you gotta go.
Pete.
Hard curl.
Skip
Hard
Stones
Pete.
in 7. Dunstone
Hard Pete.
first.
Hard Pete. Hard Pete.
Hard with it all the way. Bang, bang. And we'll get rid of 1. Back it up. So shot rock. Back of the button does belong to Carruthers. Second shot to Dunstone.
I don't see him making a triple if I do this. Like, if I just do that, like, I think we're getting our deuce, and that's okay, right?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the deuce.
I don't see how we get 3. Like,
Only way to somehow maybe get 3 is leave this around. Like,
yeah. But like, if I'm going anywhere here, he's just hitting that on the nose back, right? That 7's not a good spot for us. I think we have to.
I think we got to do this, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
You like that? Is there any other shot before we?
I'm just scared he's gonna hit
This is
that
a pretty
yellow
juicy
in.
spot for him, eh?
Yeah.
Just make sure we lay 3 and don't leave a triple. Is
Yeah,
kind of our thought.
it's not a super easy shot because I got to stick it.
What if you just smack it on the snout?
I think if you smash it on the snout is probably the best.
It's
not leave a triple.
The more you play this roll, the easier it is to leave a triple.
Yeah,
how I
everything's kind of dead, but yeah.
I agree. I'm not saying
nose,
it's easy.
Nose, bang. Yeah, that's probably the safest.
I think so, Reed.
Okay.
Could you just leave it the way it is, Kathy, and
So I'm going for nose, Reed?
you know, get it back in here somewhere? Just
Nose?
sink one.
Yeah.
Does Dunstone chase it?
Well, and that was their concern, is that if you do that, I think that's where Brad Jacobs was going. Their concern is if Matt slashes the stone that he's just thrown there and it's behind, now how do you get it out?
Or even open 8-foot there, just get it in there for the into the 8-foot, close to that side yellow, and because this is a pretty easy nose hit.
Well, and you're going to remove the back Yellowstone, which means Matt will have a freebie at the Reds.
Yeah, there should be a double for Matt at least, possibly triple.
Reed Carruthers and his first.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Oh, look at that. How good is that? Thought it out perfectly. Wanted to sit 3, and they do.
Just perfect.
Boy, he has put this team on his back when you think about the shots he made in 6.
Okay, so here,
or in 5, rather.
That's a really nice result. Better than coming around that I drew up there. That's perfect.
Yeah, acting like the out home now.
Like straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like, see with Dunny's last peel, they had to curl to make it go. Your draw didn't have the bite. It was a good peel. Early in the game, that was honky.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? It's the draw the button. Draw the button makes that side straight. Whereas you don't never sweep anything this way.
There's no triple.
Hey, Matty. Sick half here.
Can you get a couple?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, back double, it looks like.
And if they do, then that'll give Carruthers a chance for a deuce right back. And you heard Brad Jacobs say, I'd be very happy if we get 2 here.
What a great roll.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Live.
Yep.
Whoa.
On and off.
Whoa, no.
Now backing off. And it will go. So Carruthers will have the chance for 2 and needs a good chunk of the 8.
Extremely well played end here.
Yeah, just let me know.
It's quick here now.
Yeah, this is where Brad and I were throwing.
Yeah, it's, to me, it's like the out turn home.
Love it.
This is now buffed is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I agree. 15 was what I was going to tell you, Ram. You like that?
I agree.
All right, good toss, you bud. You got her.
This just his second draw of the game. Looking for a good bite of the white.
I agree.
Knew it was quick. Said it was going to be fast.
Really heavy, isn't it? It's trying there, but yeah, I agree with you.
Boy, they're just passengers,
stay
these
with
2
it,
now,
okay?
aren't they?
We're in the
Lot
middle. Yeah, we're hoping
or
it digs.
Negevin and Semigalski.
It's curling, so we're good. You're fine.
Got 8 feet to stop.
Right, good shot.
And all on its own at the back of the 4. We're trading 2s. Well, Friday night wasn't just the curlers on the ice because it was the PointsBet Celebrity Invitational. A draw to the button contest, including former NHL such as Doug Gilmour and then there was Darcy Tucker. And how about TSN's Lindsay Hamilton looked very good. Olympic gold medalist Donovan Bailey and TSN's Carlo Koliakovo. But in the end, the winner, well, it was Doug Gilmour, who hasn't lost his touch on the ice. Closest to the pin at the PointsBet Celebrity Invitational. Thank you all for your support. 6-5. And Dunstone leads it as we go to 8. Has the last rock again, playing the Yellowstones. The winner picks up $24,000 to raise the pot to $50,000. And Carruthers trying to defend his championship of a year ago in Fredericton.
Well-earned two-ender there. They made a ton of good shots.
No, I didn't.
They did, and for Reed, even though he's trailing by 1, they'll be starting to think now that we're in the 8th end about how do we get to the 10th tied, because you don't have to worry about stealing in 10 and 11. You just have to finish the game tied, and then, well, what Reed did and Matt did, they found ways to win on the draw of the button.
And didn't we hear today from Val Sweeting during the prior to the women's final that they have, the Anderson team, a plan where they actually will, if they can, throw one away, as it were, just to get a sense of what the draw to the button may be, because they potentially see that situation.
Yeah, it's changing all the time. You heard Reed say it's the fastest he's ever
Heavy
seen
hack.
it.
Well then. No, weight's good.
And I guarantee it'll slow down before if they go to an 11th end by then.
Beach, hard beach. Really gotta go. Gotta
Keep
go,
going,
Beach.
keep going, keep going.
Gotta really go.
Hey, Colt.
Shot. So Ryan Harden with the edge on Connor Negevin.
Not yours.
And look at that. When you're at the 90s as
Not the worst.
Negevin and
It's either that or you're playing that.
Samagalski are, but you're being out-curled by 100% and 98.
There's a chance.
But some great curling.
Spin.
It's not like they're throwing them up and down either. There's a lot of tough shots.
So, looks like a third.
You like this, bro? Yeah, I think it might. Yeah, I like this. I think this is the shot.
It's not going to do much here, boys?
No, right where you throw it there. Okay. Yeah, take your time.
Smooth.
You might even see Carruthers be a little defensive here. You obviously like to steal one, but you could you get a blank here, force Dunstone to 1, get your 2, and you're with draw.
Curl!
It's close.
Touched them all, and
Good shot,
no,
Darryl.
it won't go.
A little harder.
Great throw.
Good shot.
Just a little harder, right?
Yeah, good shot, buddy. Real good.
He's been impressive.
Oh.
Derek Samagalski. 8 Brier appearances. His first back with Rob Fowler out of Brandon, and then with McEwen, now with Carruthers. And the Fowler name. Our sympathy again to the Fowler family on the passing of Lois Fowler.
Good line.
Top 8, top
Only
4.
if you have to. You got room. Line's great.
Top 8.
Line's good. Just biting 4. Line's great. Bit of room. Easy.
Top 4.
We've got max line right now.
You can wait.
Give it a chance.
Weight's good.
Line's getting better.
Line's quite good.
Still 8.
Bite the 4. Line's perfect. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hard, 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 hard.
Good shot, Colt.
Very nice, Cole.
Great, guys.
14 or 15. Yeah.
You know, you talked about his mixed doubles experience, Kathy. It's interesting now how many players at the elite level are playing the mixed doubles game too, and what that brings to their games.
Well, and it's really interesting because one of the things Colton told me is that he was stepping back from mixed because the season is so intense and they're all looking towards the Olympics with a 4-person team. He just felt he was going to burn himself out on the occasional weekend they would have off to play mixed doubles. So some will try to do both and some will actually step away.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Keep talking.
Line's close.
Top 8.
Line's real close.
Line's good.
Clean.
Line's good. Freeze it. Line's good. Rub.
No, this is...
Close. Yep. Line.
Wow. Pretty. Very pretty.
It really is.
You know, for a guy that hasn't thrown a lot of draws, there's Jacobs finding that draw weight. Look at that. That's perfect on these 3 draws.
Yeah, peel's not bad. What if you peel? Yeah.
You got to throw the intern, though, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they still haven't tried that out turn in this spot.
Hard.
Yep. Hard.
Real hard.
Hard.
Whoa.
Colton Law.
Whoa.
Oh.
Curl it.
Take. Hey.
Wow.
Okay, Beach.
Not like
That
Neufeld.
back pot.
Well, he
Back
gets
Probably
rolled.
guard.
Like he's still shocked. Reed.
At that point, does he just try to go top button around, and then it's a little tough, but
We can do that too.
if we can, yeah.
If we nose that yellow one, what is he? Does that bring a force still, or is it?
I think the question is, like, what are we trying to do this end? Are we okay with a blank?
I would think so, yeah.
Blank or a force? Yeah. Just can't give up a 2.
I'm always a little nervous that side one may count, you know, like, I'd rather us have 2 in the rings if we're okay with
Yeah,
a blank.
there's a pretty good chance though that you roll a bit and then he's got the red.
Do we have a yellow roll back then? No.
Maybe, yeah.
Like I'm just thinking it still has a chance for a blank.
What's your gut saying?
Not sure.
Okay.
Call timeout then.
Timeout.
You know, you just
Timeout,
had him
sure.
lay
Yeah.
you just had Jacobs throw a perfect draw.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought about coming around that little stagger.
Mhm.
If he's got his draw away, why don't you come behind it?
He certainly can, and then, what they're worried about is a double made at some point, and then that little yellow thing's going to get back on the scoreboard. You heard them talk about the blank, and I brought that idea up earlier. It's not bad with the system we have.
Like that's the best shot. I think. I think
here
that's
we're scary dead, but
Well, not
Well,
really.
it's a
I mean,
blank.
we're
It
blank.
should be a blank.
We're okay.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we're
that's
okay with
good.
the blank.
Yeah.
like I'll have to play double, but
Yeah, you'll make that. I think it's either the guard or the hit and roll buried. Guard, we're baiting him into making that draw.
Well,
If he
and
misses
then
the draw, it's like
he's
game
gonna
on.
just keep ripping. He'll
Yeah,
keep
I
ripping.
mean, and then we for sure have a force if he knows.
Okay, so if we play this, we nose we're in. Just barely, we got to roll a bit, but the big roll.
Yeah, I think we got a big roll.
'Kay.
Otherwise,
So we're looking like,
do you want me to rip this?
yeah. What turn you say?
Smooth it.
Yeah, we're gonna go intern smooth.
Yeah, I like intern smooth.
Okay, yeah.
Really well thought out. 'Cause you guard, Dunstone might change gears, which could lead to a steal. It could lead to a 2. The score the way it is, a team that hits as well as Dunstone, you've got to take the 2 off the table. So I think what they're trying to do here is
Yeah.
get the force.
Like,
If it's a blank,
yeah,
it's a blank.
2/3 in, 2/3. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Ideally, would love to roll in
Easy.
behind
Whoa.
that stagger,
Run,
just top edge of the 4.
Whoa.
Center line.
Whoa.
Now, here we go.
Whoa.
Oh, and he's going to leave it there.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, good.
Good job, Brad.
Good shot. Good throw.
There's a double, though.
Oh, it just rolls anymore, eh?
Third will do it.
Well, they
Thank
said,
you.
Kathy,
Yeah,
they
thanks.
thought as
Good throw,
much,
Jeff.
and then Reed said, well, I'll have to make a double back. And
Yeah, you got to play intern.
Jacob said, you'll make that.
Like intern Peel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bigger thing to me was the discussion about what do we want to do this end. It's kind of far down the road to not.
I thought of that, too. Yeah.
Hard. Hard.
Now you're thinking as the coach, huh?
Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow. How did you skinny that? How did you get that
Barely got by
by?
the guard.
Oh, I know.
To BJ's eye in the hack, that could not have looked good.
Back to what you talked about, Vic.
Get it going up
Nobody
a bit,
knows
right?
what the out-turn does there. It almost cost him. That. Oh. It's hard to believe.
Thanks.
Not that the other turn would have curled much more with that speed, but that was extremely close.
Yeah, eye-opening to be sure.
I know.
Pretty nice
Always
to even just roll and be frozen.
Yep. I don't think you can actually make this double.
Just kind of praying that we got, though. I don't know.
I'm seeing normal.
Okay.
You got it, Rhea. Good toss, your bud.
Going to go with the out-turn now. It kind of has no choice. It should be pretty well underneath that long guard if this is made.
Reed Carruthers, his first. Skip Stones, an 8.
Curl. Whoa. Whoa.
Curl.
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 Curl. Gotta get this moving. Curl.
Samagalski
Never
trying to help
Never
this
off.
over. Help it over.
Nice
He
shot.
nearly puts it on the corner. They are the shot stone for the moment.
Pretty nice.
Shot, bud.
Not bad. Good throw around.
Inch farther.
What kind of weights do you
I
like?
tell you, those shots, though, he has made in 5 and in 7 have kept the team in it here. Reed Carruthers. The player numbers, they're brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Well, that is a great roll under, but the advantage or the opportunity for Matt is because that guard is so very long.
Probably just throw hack it a little bit. I was thinking just hack.
I think just hack, Beach.
weight.
Okay.
Where you can see the froth and the look at the black 8 foot's almost gray, or 4 foot. The problem with these is you throw the right weight and then you hit the object rock a hair thin. It just doesn't go anywhere with the through that slide path.
Speed's okay in here.
Yep. Speed will be good. Yeah.
Good weight.
Clean.
Just hack.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good hack.
Whoa.
Just hack.
Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Dunstone.
Whoa.
Hack.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Harmon's got him.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean. Colton.
Now,
Whoa,
helping it
Colton.
over. Here goes Lott.
Colton.
Here he goes. And off
Hard
the
beach.
yellow. Is it far enough? And yes, to push it to the back. 12 to sit to 2, and they have last rock. Dunstone.
Nice touch.
And it did grind on him coming through and didn't get it out. Beautiful shot.
Whoa, Colton.
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 Hard.
Colton.
Hard beach.
You gotta go.
It's tougher than I thought, Kathy. It's
He couldn't have got by the guard with any less.
no, and you can't throw it much lighter
No.
either.
Tell you what surprised me, though, is how far that stone went. It actually went off the yellow, and they still got it back 12.
True.
Kind of at the point where we just have to make something, right? I think we got to try the hit and roll, right? No?
And you still got the raise.
If you're throwing the double, what are we hoping it's going to do?
Just underneath.
Like underneath it?
Underneath, yeah.
Okay. If you like that, Reed, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, how much is to make it?
How much do you need to hit to make it?
Yeah. Half?
Probably what you can see. Pretty
Yeah, it's
close.
half-ish. I can see more than you think.
Okay.
Angle double, huh?
Smooth? Wow.
Yeah.
They're trying to go underneath the thread. In other words, to the right as we look at it, Kathy?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Surprised you on the call, Kathy?
Yeah, Brad Jacobs' initial thought was to play that outside stone hit and roll underneath.
Mm-hmm.
You eliminate a stone, you make him make a good shot. This is.
But they haven't been out there. I mean, weren't they guessing on ice out there?
Yeah, probably a little bit, but Kathy's dead right. That in-turn hit and roll is a heck of a lot easier than this one.
Curl it.
This might be the game here if you don't make it.
Really got to curl it.
Really got to help it over. Samagalski.
curl it.
What do you got? Oh,
Okay, Reed.
and enough to get rid of one.
Good try, bud. No sweat.
It's a dumb process.
Is this my path?
How far was he even from flashing that?
Oh, no kidding. It's
pretty close.
Actually, if he hits a hair more of it, it ticks the yellow and might not go out. He picked it clean
Just an inch
somehow.
more, Beach.
Yeah, I don't think Reed was settled. I love what he said there, a dumb process. Because he's always learning, isn't he?
Yeah.
They'll figure that out after the game. And the guy in the hack has to see it. And I don't think they quite bought into that. Because as so often, you've got 9 shots in your head sometimes.
Big guy right there. Line's good.
right now.
Line's good.
We're close to line for this backing. You need it?
No. No.
Okay, line's good.
Should come down.
It'll be fine.
Line's good.
Line's great.
Easy, easy.
14.
No, we're nowhere near that.
Attaboy.
Shot, Matt.
Well,
That was 14.
Since the fifth, it's been brilliant. Back and forth. 2 and a 2 and a 2 and another pair on the board. Dunstone.
You know what I mean? What do you think of giving them a different?
It's the final, men's final. PointsBet Invitational. Welcome back. We go to the ninth, and it's 8-5 for Matt Dunstone of the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg. So last rock, the hammer belongs to Reed Carruthers, and we're a little taken aback because of the game plan. Down by 3, playing 9, and you have the hammer, and Carruthers has decided to do what?
Blank. First rock went into the rings. There's actually back 4 too, which is a good spot. I thought a corner guard would go up, but they decided to hit it. So obviously the signals to blank and score 3. Most teams, I think, would try really hard to get a 2 or a 3. If you get your 2, steal 1, and you're into that extra end, you get to throw 2 guards.
Would you be one of those teams, Kathy?
Oh gosh, yes. If you get 2, remembering in this format, you don't have to steal twice. You only have to steal a single point in 10. You get 2 guards up, and then you just play the draw to the button for the win.
And what have you said before, Russ? If with the 5 rock rule, if you can get that center line covered with a couple of stones.
Absolutely. And if they think they can get 3 and 10, why can't they think they can get 3 and 9? And you've got 2 tries to put some pressure on these guys. Now you've taken right down to the bitter end. They have to be perfect in 10 with a little bit of help. But stranger things.
Just rip
Well,
it.
you only have to look back to the women's final today. Holman, Rachel got 3 and 5, and then added 3 more and 9.
Good, good.
Clean.
Well, and it's been such a great, close, contested game. There's no 3s on the board.
No.
There's 2s, there's 3s.
Stop button.
And so you're saying that you're going to do something that hasn't been done before, whereas a 2, absolutely, you've done that before, and you could do it now. And then a steal, well, we've seen so many steals this week.
But I reiterate what I agree with you 100%. And, you only get 1 try now. Whereas you could try for your 2 or 3 in the 9th. And if it doesn't work out, you still have the 10th.
Good line.
It's top 4 right now.
Funny game, Kath, because, at 88% Team Carruthers, and just about every one of those 88% were really hard shots. It's one of the best efforts I've seen for a team that's 3 down.
Yeah. No, just leave it. Just leave it. Good beach.
Deal.
The only other reason I would ever attempt to do this is time.
Clean. Yep.
And
But
that is,
pardon me, it's not a factor, though.
No, I looked right away when this started. I thought, oh boy, did we miss something? But over 5 minutes, it's plenty.
Same way.
Yep. A little less.
Good line.
Should slide good.
A little bit wider path.
Don't really have much left. Yeah, we're T.
Yeah, it looks like it's sliding nice.
It's not curling. It's getting the track. Deep. Hey, Beach. Hey, wait.
You heard them say getting that track. There's a little spot there when the broom's just outside the edge of 8 on that in-turn going down that just stays straight for a while. An incredible delivery.
Good.
So square, so balanced. You never see him lose his balance.
Throws bud. Yeah. Good pair. Yeah.
I got the red.
Trying to beat the defending champion, Reed Carruthers, who won a year ago in Fredericton. Jennifer Jones was the defending champion coming into this event, and then went out early. Lost to Christina Black in the
4 or 5 feet off last
Elite 8.
Yeah.
The reigning Nova Scotia champion.
Mine's fine.
More than
We had our share of upsets on the men's side. Mike McEwen, who lost in the semifinal to Dunstone, he beat Brendan Botcher, the number 2
Yeah,
seed.
back four's good. Get it
Botcher
back
also
four.
has his ticket for the Brier punched, and then
A little bit. Show Maddie.
Rylan Kleider, the under 25 champion,
If he knows us.
beat Kevin Cooey
Play the freeze.
in the Sweep 16. There were no upsets really. I mean, not early.
Good toss, bud.
Certainly, Christina Black, number 6, taking out Jen Jones would have been considered an upset. 6/3. But the top 2 seeds on the women's side made it to the final, and again, congratulations, Rachel Holman.
Clean. Clean.
Clean it. Clean. Shot, Reed. My boy. Shot, Ram. Good throw, Reed. I'll
throw,
clean.
bud.
Thanks.
I'll clean where Reed puts it for you.
Yeah.
Give it a good sweep.
Yeah.
It's going frost, right?
Going to play to the side, it looks like, eh?
Yeah, find a spot that you might get an error. You know, this is I like this side. It's very straight. Because Reed will throw an out turn at it.
Yeah, Con will hit the track for you, and I think you'll be fine.
Should just run normal.
I think it will.
Right to tee. Yep. Never more, eh?
No. No. Just a couple feet left.
What was that split?
34. 37.
Mine's good.
Less aggressive was the last one. A little bit less of an out here, guys.
T-line.
Final stone for
Mine's
Matt
good.
Dunstone. In an up and down.
Right on the tee. Mine's
Ninth.
It's hardly moving.
Could use Pete to curl it a bit.
Yeah,
A little bit, Pete. A little bit,
Yeah,
Pete.
keep going.
Yeah.
Good.
Good
That's
shot,
so
Matty.
greasy.
I know. Barely stand up. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's.
Come on.
Referring to the fact the frost has really come up.
It's affecting their
It just becomes greasy.
grippers and sliders, yeah. Well, we saw Shannon Burchard take a tumble because of it in the women's final, throwing the second stones for Canadian champions Anderson. It was quick, just 1.5 minutes used by Carruthers. All right, so will the gamble pay off? Carruthers electing the blank. Has he got 3? We'll find out when we come back. So here we go, the men's final, down to the 10th. And it is Matt Dunstone leading by 3 over Reed Carruthers. Still talking about this strategy of his and the team from the Granite in Winnipeg to blank 9 and go for 3, if not 4, to win it outright. And how difficult that may be. So the stone just comes back as they tried to push that corner guard into the house, but it went through, so it came back. Now playing lead stones and Carruthers, this is Connor Negeman.
Ryan nearly made a pistol. He not only kicked it through the rings, which would have been great, rolled away, but it went through by 1/2 inch. Had to be replaced.
Okay, just the one guard. Make the angle as hard as you can. Easy, 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 easy. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Nice sweep.
Okay, good sweep.
Good sweep.
Get your tuck in this, eh?
Heard them They wanted that little deeper, but there's a double available.
Well, whatever happens now, this will be the game story, the decision in 9. But look at the numbers, and in particular the team numbers. 89% for Carruthers, 94% for Dunstone. It's been marvelously played, particularly the second half. But that blank in 9 will be a talking point for a while. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
And within those numbers, Vic, when we looked at the draws, Reed Carruthers at 50% for draws. He's going to have to make a couple of really big ones, and he hasn't thrown one for a while.
Dunstone defending here with a choking off the corner guard. More and more teams are starting to do that. A lot of teams, when they first tried it, were afraid because if they come up light, it's a corner guard. If they come up deep, it's disaster. But obviously you can't hit yet, so where do you put that yellow rock? It's a pretty good spot.
Line's good.
Wait's good. Go ahead.
Line. Line. Line.
Put to it.
Line. Gotta go line. Gotta go line. Stay here high. Good sweep, buddy. Good shot.
Good shot.
Good sweep, boys.
Yeah. Bite the 12-foot on the other side.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Clean it. Clean. Yep. Clean. Very nice.
Shot goal.
Carruthers got a wee bit of angle on that freeze, meaning that you can hit the red on the yellow and roll away. If you don't roll away, there'll be a very short double.
Same throw. You'll get a little more curl. Yeah. Okay.
Line if you can.
Okay, Wait's minimum, but we're close.
Yeah, gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Both go.
Hard.
Both go.
Wait's good. Hard.
Okay.
Hard.
Line's better.
Line's good.
Just bite
Line's
the rings.
better.
Whoa. Just bite the rings, boys.
Line's better.
Got you, Brad.
Bite it.
Where is
Go
it?
ahead. We're just in.
Okay. Line's
Sure we're
really
in.
good.
Easy.
Jacobs keeping his head down, and Negevin right there in his ear.
Just have to get a little more.
Nice shot making here, though. You know, that almost a perfect freeze, kept an angle. Look where that one is. Perfect. They're going to give it a go here. The guard's so long.
I would say.
Well, you saw that Dunstone has given up just 1 3. That was in the Elite 8. It was to Karsten Sturmey. And it was in the second. And Dunstone came back to win it and advance to the Final Four.
Clean. Just hot. Yep. Light. Really
hard.
light.
Hard.
Real hard.
Hard.
Whoa. Yep.
You got to buy. No. Oh, dear. And through it goes.
I don't know whether he yelled whoa because he thought it already wrecked, because then he kind of changed his mind.
Because you'd rather clunk it hard.
Yeah.
Do we freeze the one on the button?
I think so, yeah.
Freeze center.
I think so.
I like that, Reed.
I think so, bud.
Okay. I like the out then.
But they did move that red guard enough that they can hammer that red top 12 later.
Scared a little light.
Line's close.
Gotta go.
You're in a good path.
Well, they're going.
Line.
And they picked him. Look at Negevin.
Never off.
Jacobs
Line.
barely
Yeah,
had
gotta
his
go,
hand
gotta
off
go.
the handle, and he's gone to work.
Hard.
Come on, drag it. Hard. Drag it.
Now Samogowski,
Drag it. Hard.
each other's cheerleader here, trying to drag it. Here comes Carruthers as well.
Over there. Oh,
What a carry. What a brush.
Good sweep.
Goodness.
He's lost the line. Great shot. Yeah, you're right. Great brush.
Great scrub.
O'Connor never lifted his head the whole way down. He put the broom in front. Lots of pressure.
Good sweep.
Yeah. Good weight. Clean. Just board. Yep. Hard.
Neufeld.
Hard Colt.
Hard.
Lot. Oh, they're not going to flirt with us again. No, not this time.
Roll it.
And they'll try to roll it, get nothing.
It could be a guard.
You ever go around the yellow, top 12?
Mm-hmm.
Is that stupid?
That's a pretty good shot.
He can't, because he can't play the red double. He jams
Yeah,
it on.
that's the shot.
You okay with this?
Yeah. Sure.
I think this is the shot.
So you're trying to be like top 4 height.
Yeah, we want to be in front of the one you just threw.
It's really a guard, that yellow one. They needed to be a little more aggressive on the roll.
Yeah, I like it. I got top 8.
Clean.
I'd like to sleep it a bit for Wade.
Line's good.
Line's
Gotta
close.
go Wade.
Jacobs
Go ahead,
with his
man.
last.
Line's good. Line's good.
Just
As
top 8.
Carruthers
Go ahead.
Line's good.
scratches for
better.
3.
Line's
Go
good.
ahead.
The
Wade's good
tie.
now.
Clean.
Full 8.
Clean.
Line's
Connor,
good,
go
bro.
distance. Connor, go
Wait.
distance.
We're a little heavy
Curl.
now. We're a little
Knife
heavy.
then. Knife.
I don't want to be
Whoa,
double.
whoa,
I don't
whoa,
want to leave a double.
Sit.
And
Okay,
evens
good.
them up.
If that's any higher.
Throw.
I don't think any. You guys like that? Go hard at it too. Like there's a couple ways I can. It's pretty hard to go through the hole, right?
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you can do this too.
What if I just nose it?
It's probably pretty good.
It's a really good shot, actually.
I think I like just doing something here.
Yeah, and then you're sitting
I don't like playing this because
first, second, fourth.
He's got to do something with this,
I don't
right?
like that.
Okay. So it's what, board weight? So I think we want to keep this to count that, right?
Yeah, like push it to here.
Yeah. So it's like a hard board?
Yeah, I like that. I think so, Maddie. Use your
So
group.
let's say you roll
And he's
into
got no
here.
roll
That red
over
one
it,
is
right? He's always gonna be open.
gone. Now
Board right
your
there, like-
first, second,
You want to roll it?
third over here, and fourth over
I
there.
think we want to make sure we touch our yellow.
So you're 3
side button.
against
Yep.
that one only. So it's
Board.
tough to bring that top red into play if you're Carruthers.
But Kathy, if you just, as Russ suggests, remove the red, flip over, doesn't that leave a maybe a little pocket to freeze into?
It may, but don't forget Reed has to count 3.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden the Yellowstones in the house become a problem.
All right.
And if this is made, Reed hits it, then there'll be a double on that side yellow or red. That thin double he was thinking was dangerous too.
Solid.
Skip
Good
stones.
weight. Good weight.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Good board. Yep.
Whoa.
Go solid. Clean. Clean.
Arnden, Lot,
Colton.
new call calling line. Now just flip over. Oh, and will he slide too far? He does. So it's 1. 2 belongs to Carruthers. 3 and 4.
Didn't want to roll there.
completely,
Did not want to roll there.
Oh, hair thicker, right?
I'll be patient with you, but I think you could hold this.
If he had just stayed somewhere in this area, then Reed's got to deal with it. So now
Kind of right, bud? Smooth. Okay, buddy.
they can come down, make that. And if it's made really good, the red's kind of over in here somewhere.
Lots of time.
Now what do you do?
Smooth, calm.
You can go like a little less. Yeah.
Good toss here, bud.
Just rolled the wrong way.
Yep.
Right away again.
Yep.
One more time for Negavan.
Yep. Hard. Yep.
Coast to coast. Got 1, 2, and backs it up. Wow. That 3 is still alive.
Thanks.
Timeout's been called.
Unfortunately, couldn't get underneath there, just there wasn't enough angle.
I think so.
Okay, that's good speed too. We know.
Yeah.
It. We just watched Cups through a nice one here.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow,
Exactly.
wow.
Just trying to get onto that 3A.
Yeah, 3 or the 7.
How's this look?
Looks close.
Maybe
Well, you
a hair
sit on
less.
top of this, and
Oh, dear.
the game is over.
Yes, yes.
But on the other hand, the
yeah, that's
ice
good,
is
Pete.
getting trickier. And if you pick one of those out, you still even read a tough shot for the tie.
You could throw like a hack waiter and just kill that shot rock,
Yes.
stay somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we need a broom less here.
I think you're thinking 40.
Do we even need another broom less than that?
Can keep it in the good stuff. Where was Brad?
I don't remember.
I don't think he was that far out.
Yeah, I need a broom less here.
Keep in mind, too, they're sitting 2, so if this comes up a hair light, they
Just
can
a
draw
broom
for
less
3.
than what I was giving you last time.
Yeah.
So Dunstone at his last. At the
Line's
moment,
good.
it is Carruthers sitting
Line's
2,
good.
trying
Line's
to
good,
play
guys.
down.
Line. Bit of room.
Nestle up to those
Bit of
2
room.
stones. T-line, 8 foot.
Line's good. We're all there.
Boy, there hasn't been a lick to this. Oh, goodness. Nothing.
We're back 12.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Get over. Get over. Oh, and he'll rub and roll off.
Make it 3, right?
Wow.
What are you seeing here?
Couple inches ice.
And Reed says, this is why I blanked mine.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. Wow.
But you know, that yellow top one, they hit and rolled the wrong way. Dunstone's last one, it could have rolled anywhere on the right-hand side.
All right.
I think that's good, eh, boys?
Yeah, I like that, Reed. Take your time.
Yeah. Good toss, here, buddy.
Both those rocks are buried around a rock, that yellow one that they should have peeled.
Final stone.
Clean, clean.
For 3 to tie
Yep.
and force a draw to the button for the big money.
Yep, hard, really gotta
Oh,
go.
there, here they go.
Clean.
Whoa,
Carruthers.
Whoa.
Clean.
Negative.
Clean.
Here we go.
Clean. You're fine. Clean.
You're fine. My goodness. Who would have thought that? You blank. Looking to score 3. And you do. Reed Carruthers. And now we'll go to the draw to the button. And remember, both these teams got here by winning draws to the button. So you choose one. You can throw either turn. And because of the fact that it's Carruthers that just scored, it will be Dunstone that throws last. He'll have the hammer, as it were, in this extra and draw to the button for the $50,000.
The 2023 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Scotty's Facial Tissue, Canada's #1 tissue brand. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Well, look at that. There you go. That's the talking point right there. That blank. You think, all right, you take 2, you try to steal, but no. They elected to blank Carruthers, and did they get their 3? You bet they did. And so here we go. Final extra and draw to the button for the $24,000 that will go to the winner to bring the total prize money to $50,000. And for Reed Carruthers, this will be just just his third draw. And you remember, too, the other thing is that they always wanted to play interns. Remember, he was talking about interns all the. What is this?
Yeah, the
outturn draw.
Light, really got to go.
And
really
here we go, right away. Picked up. You got to go, fellas.
Got to go.
So Samagalski.
Really got to go.
Line's good.
Negevin. They like the line. You got the weight, though.
Keep looking, Derek. Put it on the tee.
He's going to have to curl.
Put it on the tee. You're going to have to curl it, but.
Derek, go. Derek.
Whoa.
Derek,
Derek,
look at the late break. Oh, goodness.
Okay, not bad.
Boy, they hammered that so much, they kept it straight.
But I think they had to. They felt he was light out of his hand.
But there's your directional brushing for you.
Yes.
Jeez, sorry, guys.
Let's go. Yeah,
That's 18 inches wide.
Listen, hell of a battle,
Well,
boys.
you did because I didn't add a whole lot. Yeah.
I can't believe how much we held that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you got to go on it, it ain't going to.
Shoot. I just kicked out a hair too light.
53.4 centimeters from the pinhole.
40.
Yep. 45? 40, 45.
Now, if Matt hits his exact same spot, it's pretty warm.
In this rematch of last year's final. Carruthers winning a year ago, 8-4 in Fredericton. Do you find it interesting they're both going with the outturn here, Kathy?
No, not at all. It's a path that they've been throwing a lot. Matt's thrown here, just like what Reed did.
%84 on his draws. This is his third out-turn draw.
Line's good, a little bit of room.
Line's good.
Trying to beat 54-3.
Line's fine, though.
For the $24,000.
It's always Colt if you got a sweep. Always
Not
Colt
curling
if you
at
got
all.
a sweep.
Boy, again, so straight. We know it's going to break.
Might have to go a bit at the end.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And finally settles down.
That's close.
What do you think?
Why didn't that curl?
It didn't curl because it warmed up from the first guy. Connor hammered that from one end to the other and just...
The drama.
Waiting for the official word. 54-3 Carruthers.
How does that not curl?
58.9. Carruthers will defend. Oh. Five and a half centimeters is your difference, and Carruthers, for a second straight year, will win the PointsBet Invitational. That decision to blank in 9 pays off. He gets 3 and then wins the draw to the button. Wow. Reed Carruthers. And disappointment for Dunstone. A second straight year losing in the final of the PointsBet. Waiting for it, waiting for it. And it just never came across for him. What happened to that? 5.5 centimeters is your difference for $50,000. It's been a terrific 5 days here in Oakville and the 16 Mile Sports Complex. My goodness, what a story as Reed Carruthers, for a second straight year, wins the PointsBet Invitational and the $50,000 check. So congratulations to the Granite Curling Club's Reed Carruthers, Brad Jacobs, Derek Samagalski, and Connor Negevin, as they win that draw to the button by 5.5 centimeters over Matt Dunstone. Thanks to everyone here in Oakville for being wonderful hosts. We thank you, and we'll look forward to another return. Now we'll take some time until we talk with you again in February, and we'll be in Calgary for the Scotties and the season of champions continuing. So till then, on behalf of Kathy, Russ, our entire crew, we thank you for joining us. Take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you for joining us on Canada's Sports Leader, TSN.